Hey everyone, welcome back to the IWP Network, or if it's your first time, welcome hanging out with us. Thank you so much for choosing this podcast, and feedback is always welcome. So make sure to check the links below for all social media links, audio and video versions of this show, and merch. We look forward to hearing from you and hearing that feedback, and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Not cool in high school. Looks a little different. So behind the scenes, now that I work night shift, I'm up all the time doing just fucking nothing. And Alex has been like my little go-to conversationalist at night because he stays up late too. Insomnia is a cool thing.
Yeah, you could say that.
So I was playing some Xbox, and you were on the phone, and we were talking, and we were like, hey, we should do like fuck around with StreamYard and see if we could do like a Justice League trailer watch. And then we realized that it doesn't come out till later on today.
I know. It was like in disguise.
I like that a lot. So then we're just like, hey, why don't we just do like an impromptu podcast because we're talking already anyway. So here we are. So yeah, we're live. 3 people are watching. Go to sleep.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Good morning, all you cool cats and kittens.
Yeah, if you're up here, let's talk. We're gonna run through this. Not cool in high school is not going to be so much a topic driven show. This is going to be more or less a. I have some websites pulled up. We're gonna pull up some current pop culture news, and we're gonna talk about it and say our opinions and all that fun stuff. And if you're in the chat and you want us to talk about something, type it in there. Let's get it going. So first off, let's thank Abaddon Tattoo Studio. Oh, my little brother's in the chat. He's on Twitch. He's watching from Twitch. Let's put him in there. DJ Bullseye. Oh, it's not DJ Bullseye. He got rid of the DJ part. That was his old gay Xbox thing, was DJ Bullseye. Nice. And I used to make fun of him so bad. I was like, get out of here with that nonsense. But anyway, Abaddon Tattoo Studio. A unique professional experience nestled in the small town of Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. They provide high-quality tattoos and piercings in a relaxed, professional, and sterile environment. And all the links are below. I already have my beer burp of the night. You can check them out. And we just gave away another $100 gift card for Abaddon Tattoo Studio. So maybe we'll do another one very, very soon. I have 3 more to give, and I have a few more gift cards to give away as well.
Dude, I need more. I need to complete this sleeve, so maybe I'll be able to check them out.
Yeah. Well, you were in the running to win one, but unfortunately, you did not win it. You and Rhonda were both in the running.
Rhonda desperately wants a tattoo. Oh man. So she's never gotten one. 50 years.
She's never had one.
Never had a tattoo. She wants to get like a almost like a Native American charm bracelet deal.
My mother-in-law got a tattoo from Abaddon. Her very first tattoo. Her, my wife, and my brother-in-law all got the same like a tree, and they all got it at Abaddon.
That's awesome. I'm gonna unplug my fan right now because it's probably like super loud.
I don't hear it at all.
Oh well. I did.
All right, so let's let me pull up the first article here. I'm just going through. I'm gonna do IGN first. Now this one just broke 11 hours ago. So are you aware of the Rock's new TV show?
Young Rock.
Yes. So with Young Rock and the NBC bioseries about the formative years of the wrestler and blockbuster movie star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is about to premiere on Tuesday, February 16th. An additional casting has been announced in roles of the 80s era WWF owner Vince McMahon and the Macho Man Randy Savage have been cast to be in the show. So we're going to see appearances of Macho Man and Vince, but they didn't say who's going to play them yet.
Wow. So like The Rock's casting a young Vince, while The Rock has kind of become Vince's XFL boss.
Yeah. Now, do you think he just bought it so he could be like, I'll help you out, bro?
I wonder. I don't know. Yeah. He's always had that fondness for football, though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he wishes that would have went further.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now, another big news. Are you a fan of the Jackass TV series?
Oh God, I am one of the biggest fans of the Jackass series.
Now they are filming Jackass. What is this, number 4?
4, baby.
Yeah, and Bam Margera showed up on set and was intoxicated, and they sent
Sure
him
was.
home. And now he is he went a little he's going a little hard in the paint, and he's getting mad at them and calling them out and saying some stuff. Yeah,
It's sad to see, man.
yeah. I feel like if Steve-O can get sober, anyone can. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I mean, obviously, Bam has gone through struggles, and he's very like a lot of people who don't really like Bam because his attitude for a very long time. But like, I don't know. The dude's struggling, man. Sometimes when people lose their best friend like that, it's not an easy cope. You know, it's not something they can just get over
I feel
easily.
like a lot of his issues, and like it's probably messed up of me to speculate, but it just seems he's never had that opportunity or never took the opportunity to kind of grow up. Like
Yeah,
he's like I'm not a fan of being an adult at all. Like I keep my inner child at play 90% of the time. But at some point you've got to be like, all right, time to relax, you know?
yeah,
And he's never gotten to that point. Like even now, like he still has, you know, not that it's wrong to have all these people come to his house and do the skating and all this shit. Sure, that's good and fun, but like all the other activities that come along with it, the partying and the drug use and all of that, like my guy, like you got to calm down.
yeah. It catches up to you. Yes, The Rock played in Miami. He played for Miami University, and then I believe he got hurt, and then I don't know if he tried out for the NFL. I'm not sure the whole deal there, but yeah, he did.
went and played in Canada for a bit.
That's what it was. Yeah, he played Canada, and he said time to bring back long hair Tony. It's getting there. It's getting there.
It is getting long.
It's getting there. Not quite man bun territory yet, but it's getting there. But yeah. All right. So as we were talking, the Snyder Cut for Justice League will be dropping the new trailer, I believe, tomorrow. I could be wrong. Let's see. So on February 12th, 2021, he dropped a trailer that I want to try something real quick. This is my experimental show anyway, so we're gonna do screen share. Chrome tab. We may get canceled here, so let's see how it goes.
That's fine.
Here's what we got here.
There's that movie from the newest episode of What Up Peeps. I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Mm-mm. Can you?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much all. Oh, it's gonna play again. It's
just a teaser for the trailer.
Yeah.
The trailer that came out like a couple weeks ago or so, that was awesome.
Yeah. So the I guess the idea behind it is 2 more days the trailer comes out. Now we could do an entire episode on what we think or what we hear or the rumors of why the Snyder Cut is what it is, but in a nutshell, there's more to it. But Zack Snyder had a death in his family. The speculation is the studio wasn't happy with the movie he was making when they kind of cashed in on the fact that his daughter passed away, and he had to take time off, and they were going to bring somebody else in to finish the movie that was pretty much already done. They bring in Josh Whedon. Josh Whedon rewrites the entire movie, does a whole bunch of reshoots, and the movie comes out, and Snyder is pretty much like, well, that wasn't my movie. And he had this whole universe plan and this whole movie and had all these different things that were going to happen. And we never got it. So in 2 days, we're going to see the final trailer. The movie comes out in March, so next month, and we're going to finally see the 4-hour Snyder Cut film. Yeah. Rumors that it was going to be broken up into 4 1-hour movies, like 4 1-hour segments. I would have been fine with that, but I'm kind of cool with the whole. Just give it to us all. I want the whole movie. I want to see it. A 4-hour movie does not bother me. I know some people are really upset about it. How long was Endgame? I
think it was a good a little over 3 hours. But you know what though? Like that's the thing.
3 hours and 2 minutes.
It didn't feel that long though, did it?
Because you were into it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like if you make this movie correctly, you're gonna love being in this universe.
Yeah.
Because like the science behind the way your mind works when you watch a movie, like you actually feel like these things are happening to you. That's how you get sucked into the movies. Dude, I want to live in that universe. Like, give me a 24-hour movie. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
We've watched 13-hour pay-per-views, you know. I mean, we watched WrestleMania who went on for 14 days.
You binge through a Netflix show. What's the difference?
I agree. You can't sit and watch a 4-hour movie, but you want 18 episodes of a TV show to drop in one night so you can watch them all. I don't see the difference.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Now, I do think, movie-wise, I think we're very spoiled when it comes to, because we are getting such fantastic TV, and I think our mind is being wired to consume things in 1 hour increments, and I think they've learned how to pace TV shows so well. So then when we get a movie and we don't get the conclusion we want because there was no break in between, I think people are really like they're critiquing movies harder now because I think we're in a weird time where I think more people consume TV than they do a full-length movie.
Yeah. And I think, if you have a universe like this and you want to do a big movie like that, I don't mind breaking it up into episodes. Like, you can dive deeper into the characters and the story, and you can elongate it and get into like more stuff. Now, that's going to cost you a lot if with your A name characters, and to change Hollywood to fit that spectrum of things, like it would be very complicated to do. But no, I'm cool with movies, and if it's a super long movie, that's cool too. It just better be good.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of ads here. All right, so a new tease from a prominent Xbox Series X insider has Xbox fans going wild with speculation. Now, this is from comicbook.com. So far, 2021 has been a slow year for Xbox gamers. I would disagree. I mean, the medium's there, but I think what they're doing with the making games backwards and making them really cool is exciting. I think because Halo Infinite didn't launch, people think that the new Xbox launch was a bust. But if you have experienced new Xbox and experienced those load times and just playing it, a game that you played for 3 years feel like a completely different experience. I've been really enjoying it. But anyway, the failed to light the world on fire later in the year, Xbox fans have Halo, which a lot of people are looking forward to. But right now, there's not a ton to be excited about. But Game Pass, which added some great games this week. Trying to get here. As you can see, this replay has a pretty cryptic implication. And in one hand, it seems like Corden is suggesting the media takes on Xbox are about to get worse. So pretty much he wrote over Twitter, Xbox insider Cole Brealey. I'm probably mispronouncing that. He said that we ain't seen nothing yet, followed by oh boy. So a lot of people are wondering what is going on there. Now, the big rumor is that Microsoft is getting ready to buy Techland, which is the developer of the video game Dying Light.
Ooh.
So if they buy that studio, Dying Light may become an Xbox exclusive.
That upsets me because I don't have an Xbox.
Well, you can always join the family. Come to the dark side.
They're like 500 bills. Damn it. I've been so waiting for Dying Light 2, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, like that is the first game that got me into first person shooter style. Like I could never play it without just getting annoyed or dizzy at the experience.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is that Microsoft talked about their last quarter. I know this is a little late, but yeah, we are very welcoming. They said that Austin said the Xbox family, but Xbox released their quarterly, and last quarter they made. I want to say it was. I could be wrong. I lost the article already, but they made a couple billion. They already made back what they paid in ZeniMax. I do know that. So pretty much what they paid to get ZeniMax theaters, they made back in 1 quarter.
Wow.
1 quarter. And Xbox Game Pass grew 3 million more subscribers, I think, which takes them up to 18 million subscribers on Game Pass alone.
Wow.
Yeah. That's huge. It's big numbers. So the rumor is they're speculating that you may see more studios be purchased in the very near future. We may get another studio or two this year. The three big ones that are rumored is obviously this Techland, but they said Techland's a big studio, but it's not Bethesda level. They said there's going to be another Bethesda level acquisition coming very soon. The three studios that people are kind of hinting at is Konami.
Okay, that's
which would
very
be
possible.
the Metal Gear Solid and all those games. Sega.
Ooh.
Rumors are a Sega purchase is coming. And also the rumor is WB Games, which I think personally would be a big pickup for them just for the franchise names alone.
Yeah, big time.
So PlayStation waves their flag and says, "Hey, man, we have Spider-Man." Now, what if Xbox buys WB Games and goes, "We have DC, which is the Batman games, and we have Harry Potter, which that new Harry Potter game looks absolutely insane."
I know nothing about it.
It looks like Harry Potter meets Fable. Like you make a wizard and you're at the campus and you live your life and you go through and you can be good or bad. You get picked into your house. Like it's like playing Fable meets The Sims meets Harry Potter. It looks crazy. Like Skyrim's Harry Potter. Like it looks nuts.
I'm into it.
Well, some people are saying he said I don't think Konami, but I do think Kojima Studios would be better. Yeah, but I think Konami is more realistic, and they also did say they want to pick up more Japanese-based studios because they want to make more of an impact in the Japanese market. So that's definitely something to think about there. I think realistically, if they made $70 billion or over in one quarter, I can see them going for more than one, maybe even two. And then also they're making rumors that they're going to make a play to get Ubisoft service. So Ubisoft kind of has the same thing going on as EA does, where you pay a subscription and you get a bunch of EA games. Now the difference between EA's subscription and Uplay's subscription is Uplay says Assassin's Creed's out day one. You're a member of this subscription. You get our game day one, kind of like Game Pass.
No extra charge.
No extra charge. Which would be amazing for me because I buy like 4 Ubisoft games a year.
Yeah, it's a great company.
Yeah. Now the that they're trying to get that to come to Game Pass because EA Play is already on Game Pass and they're trying to add more studios to be like, hey, feature your games here on Game Pass. So that's a big thing they want too. So if they add Uplay to Game Pass, that's huge because not only you get an Xbox exclusive day one, now you're adding Ubisoft to that mix. That's a big thing. The only problem EA doesn't do it. Yeah, so like I'm waiting to play Madden 21, but I don't want to. I'm not buying it because I'm not going to buy for a game that's going to be on EA Play in a couple of months for free. So I'm just kind of waiting. But yeah, so it's interesting to see. Like E3 is already said they're going ahead as planned this year. So we get to see some video game news there. It's speculation, but Xbox said they may have another game or two they're going to announce this year, which sounds kind of far-fetched to me, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, what exclusive games that you've seen so far, PlayStation or Xbox, have really caught your eye that you're excited about?
So I'm not quite sure what's coming out for what. I haven't really been looking that far ahead lately.
What's your big game franchise that you're always looking forward to, like as a PlayStation user?
So for PlayStation, it's Uncharted is the only reason I left Xbox 360 to go to PlayStation.
I would agree with that.
So there's that. What else is there? I think that's about it. Like I can't.
The big ones are God of War.
Yes.
Not Until Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn, and Spider-Man.
Okay, so those three minus Zero Dawn. Never played it.
I played it and I ate a really big glitch immediately starting the game, and it was a huge turn off for me. I had to go back and play it, but I don't know. I like my Xbox. I like the party chat. I like hanging out with people there.
Speaking of Ubisoft, I think it would be really cool if they came out with a new Prince of Persia.
That's been rumored for a while as well.
Really? Yeah. That would get me. Like I would, if it was an exclusive to Xbox, I'd come to Xbox for that game.
Yeah, I loved Uncharted until and I was like, man, this is a must-have. I have to go buy a system for this system for that game for that system. Until the Tomb Raiders came out, and I was like, man, these new Tomb Raiders are really good.
Oh, you thought so?
Yeah, I really enjoyed them.
Okay. I like the first one. I didn't care for the second one so much.
Okay. Yeah, I gameplay wise, I mean, the first Uncharted story. Here's the only problem where Uncharted loses me every game. They're really, really cool stories, and it's shocking that I'm even going to say this because I'm into it in real life. But as soon as the supernatural element kicks in, it turns me off.
No.
Yeah, like
Oh.
you're playing the whole game, and then all of a sudden you're fighting like demon monkeys, and then the next game you're fighting abominable snowman, and it's like, like really, do we have to add this into it? Like it takes me out of the game a little bit.
Right. Well, I mean, just adds to the mysticism of the treasure hunting aspect, you know?
Yeah,
So, like, I like that. But it's not the whole game. Most of the games you're fighting humans, you know?
yeah, until the very end, and then you get those monsters.
Yeah.
And they do it every game. Like you're like,
Every
oh,
game.
getting towards the end, they're gonna add a monster here. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like,
Like the
yeah,
one was like a Yeti. The first one was like a tribal people or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of treasure hunter games and Xbox and exclusives, very short teaser trailer, but Bethesda is making an Indiana Jones game.
Oh.
Yes. As well as so Lucasfilms has left. They're opening up Lucasfilms games again.
Okay.
So, but the thing that they're doing is they're going to still make games on EA, but they're pretty much saying that we're not going to be exclusive to one platform. We're going to
Right.
allow other studios to make Lucasfilm style games again. So you may get a Star Wars game exclusively for Xbox. You may get a Star Wars game exclusively for PlayStation. Ubisoft's going to make a Star Wars game. So they're talking about an open world Star Wars game being done by Ubisoft.
As long as we get a new pod racer, I'm in, man.
Yeah. Well, Lucasfilms. Let me Google this real quick. Hold on.
Man, pod racer was like for no absolute reason. It was fun, but then it was for Xbox. I think maybe an exclusive. Episode 3. If you played that game, it was awesome. They had awesome lightsaber like arena battles, and then the story was fun too.
Yeah. So Lucasfilms, obviously, you're going to get the Star Wars franchises. Games like KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, is the one that people clamor for a while.
Oh yeah.
So then you get the Indiana Jones, and then you get, you said, the Star Wars pod racers. But then there's some interesting games. I know a lot of people are not fans of them. Like they're like the point and click style games, but I'm a huge fan of them. One of my favorite games, which is a Lucasfilm game, is called Maniac Mansion. It was an old game for the Nintendo, and it was one of those games where you click your character on the screen and it goes to the door and you hit open. Like it has on the bottom, it has like actions and then like 2 sets of action tabs, and you just like open door, like open, and you click on the door and it opens, and like that's how you play the game, is like point and click. Then they made one that's on Game Pass now called Day of the Tentacle, which is like a second part to that. They made the game Monkey Island, which is made very similar to that, which were really popular, the Monkey Island series.
Not to be confused with Ape Escape.
Exactly. Then they made. I'm trying to look through here. I mean, for the most part, that's pretty much all that's really catching my attention. But there's those franchises: Monkey Island, the Indiana Jones games, the Star Wars games, and that's about it. So yeah, Lucasfilms comes with some pretty cool ideas there, and maybe we'll see something new on the
So,
horizon.
do we get Shia LaBeouf in this game?
I think Shia LaBeouf has been canceled. I don't think we get Shia LaBeouf ever again.
What happened? What did I miss?
I could be wrong. Maybe I should throw that in the Google machine again.
Yeah, no, because like, what the heck? He was doing so well, and then, boom, canceled.
I like how I just typed in, what did Shia LaBeouf do? Shia LaBeouf has been charged with battery, theft, and after a June altercation in Los Angeles. I also heard, I don't want to throw stones or say something so I'm just going to say alleged. I'm just going to say what I heard. I heard also he may have openly or knowingly gave people sexually transmitted diseases, knew he had them, and didn't say anything as well.
So, just going to go ahead and retract my support for Even Steven.
He had a famous racist rant at a police station in 2017. Yeah, so he's been going through some stuff. He's been saying and doing some crazy things. So yeah, that's Shia LaBeouf. I don't think will be in any more films for a while.
Jesus.
Well, speaking of people not being in films or TV, Gina Carano decided she was gonna say some stuff. Now this is torn. I'm gonna say flat out, I am not right. I'm not left. I'm pretty in the middle. I think both of your politics parties suck. Sorry if it hurts your feelings. You show me actual leaders and I'll vote for them. I promise I will. But until then, uh, when you overly support a political party and not actually care about human rights, you're just waving a flag. I think it's pointless. I don't know. That's just me. I could be wrong. I'm open to get my mind changed. But
what did she say? Yeah.
so she compared being a Republican in today's times to being a Nazi during being a Jew during the Holocaust. She said it's as hard to be an openly conservative person in America today as hard as it was to be a Jew during the Holocaust. I think her exact comparison was during the World War II, the Nazis weren't always the ones that hunted Jews down. They were actually being hunted down by their own neighbors because they were so into the idea of the Nazi party that the people were sacrificing and saying, "Oh, here they are, come get them," which is possibly true. But to compare being a conservative in 2021 to being comparing it to mass genocide is.
Yeah, I feel like this is a perfect time to insert a meme of Anne Frank sitting in a chair, and she's like, "And I took that personally."
Yeah,
Like,
it's just a little silly. She also had some anti-mask posts. Oh, here we go. She stated some history I don't agree with that everyone says, but she does live in America where we supposedly have free speech. I agree. You do have free speech. I'm going to post that. I appreciate you chiming in here, random Rick reviewer. You're 100% right. We do have free speech in this country, but when you are representing a company or a brand or a TV show or your local job or anything, they also have the right to hold you accountable for what you say.
Yeah.
So if I go to my job and I say some wild stuff, I can lose my job, and when your boss or the guy who runs your studio is a Jewish person, he may take offense to that
I
and
take that personally. Yeah.
yeah.
It's I've always said this about jobs that I've worked in. I've known people that like just can't get on board with the fact that when you sign a contract or you work somewhere that no matter whether you're on the clock or not, you're a representative of that company.
I mean, I can technically be representing my company as we speak. If I say something, it can happen. Do I always agree with everything that happens? No, I think there's some things in cancel culture I think is a little silly.
Sure.
And I agree. Just don't follow if you don't like it. I agree. I 100% agree with you. But for an example, if I run a podcast network here and I have someone who sits at my table and I may not agree with them politically, which has happened. But if they go out and they go on social media and they just do nothing but cause trouble and make fun of people and I think give my brand a bad reputation, I'm going to remove you from my podcast network. I wish you the best. You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't want your views representing me. So that's kind of how I see it as well.
I've been put in that same situation multiple times.
Yeah, it's not easy to do. Like I do respect people's opinions and I respect their views. But I think what it comes down to a lot, and I would say most cancel culture comes down to people are just upset they can't openly be assholes anymore. Because if they're back in the day, you can be bigoted and sexist and homophobic and all that behind closed doors, and nobody would call you out on it. And now you're getting called out, so people are being more bold and brash because of who they're following politically. They want to be more open with their dislike and their hate, and it goes both ways. And sometimes you could be held accountable for it. It's tough.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say that they actually feel justified in their prejudice, whether that's a racial thing or a political thing, whatever the prejudice may be. Like you feel justified. Well, I don't want immigrants coming into this country, but what are you really afraid of?
Yeah.
It's like you've got to think deeper. You've got to be a free thinker and enhance your critical thinking skills because it's just not the way, dude.
I'd rather know a racist in the room or someone oppose my mind instead of them under the rug. It's behind closed doors. Yeah, 100%,
Yeah,
man.
straight up.
I agree. And listen, man, thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out. I appreciate you not just coming in and watching, but actually engaging and talking to us. That means a lot. It truly, truly does. But like I said, do I think she should lose her livelihood? Maybe, but that's not up to me. I'm not her boss. That's not my call. Do I
Like,
think she should never get work again? No, I think everyone, and maybe I'm maybe some bleeding heart here, but I think everyone is like entitled to a second chance or a change. But like, I may or may not agree with what's going on today with the masking and stuff. I wear it because the CDC tells us to, and it's not being a sheep, but just being considerate. I was in a car the other day with a member of our podcast team who does not want to leave his house because of this pandemic. And when he got but he needed help with something, and when he got in the car, I wore a mask because I haven't seen him this entire pandemic, but he needed help getting somewhere, and I wore my mask. Like, so to go in and be like, it's hard to explain to someone who lost a family member, like, oh, you're stupid for wearing your mask. And that was another thing she did that got her in some trouble. And then I don't know the exact quotes or exactly what was said, but I think she made some anti-trans things as well. Which another thing, like, it's not changing or affecting your life whatsoever if somebody wants to identify or be something that they feel that they are. And I hope I said that correctly by saying, like, if somebody wants to identify something or they feel that they're in the wrong body,
yeah,
I'm not losing an ounce of sleep.
yeah,
I feel everyone should be entitled to happiness and be entitled to mental and physical well-being. So I don't know, just
yeah. You're
to cut
absolutely
either
right
way.
though with the way you're saying it. You're right. Like,
Yeah. Well, I
to
don't want to
use
say
the
like,
word
yeah,
feel is right, because if you use the word think, well, then it implies that you're wrong. But
yeah.
if you feel something, it's correct to you.
I'm still learning this stuff. Like, there's a lot of things
Yeah,
I was born and raised in a white coal region town in my area. There's some
yeah.
social standard things that we're all learning. But it's one thing to come out and ask questions, but it's one thing to just to be like, I think your insert name here, like a negative connotation name, because I don't agree with what you do. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I agree. You can't just have it one way. Her rant doesn't change my life in one way or other. It just goes to show to each their own. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree. Um, I, and listen, I will there. And the other side of the spectrum is how come the left isn't being held to the same standard as the right? And I think right now you're correct. I think the left has the upper hand, the left side of the country, like the left-minded people. But 3 or 4 years ago, the right held the ball, and now the powers kind of shifted. Like, it was at one point where the right was like, we're going to openly be this, and if you don't like it, go to your safe spot and be a snowflake. And
I think
now
I think
the
the
roles have
danger.
reversed, and now the left's like, oh, you can openly be hateful, go to your safe spot. And then it's interesting how it changes.
The biggest danger, I think, not we all need to be aware that news outlets produce false information or
Yes.
deceitful information, right? But the idea of perpetuating fake news as a normal thing, it I think that breeded a lot of like bad habits in people.
Yeah. And it's
You know,
creating witch hunts too. Like,
yeah,
people are just openly trying to find people to cancel too. Like, I don't
that
know. It's
the
that's
whole Q
another.
thing. Like I don't know that massive amounts of people would be blindly believing ridiculous things
It's been a long
before
4 years.
2016. But it's like you've had somebody that's like all the news is fake.
Yeah.
Here, believe what
I
you
do
think.
think media is definitely very influenced. I mean, you can there's compilations on TV where you can get cable news channels, 100 different cable news channels, and they read the exact same headline, the exact same news report, word for word. Like, you can splice them together.
Oh
So
yeah,
when one person is telling all these different news stations what to say and how to say it and how to deliver it, it's kind of,
cable news is a virus. Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, it's. I mean, like I said on high tension wellness, man. It's fear and panic, and it's the ability to keep you in suspense. Like
mhm,
that, this is a show. They need you to come back and watch the news over and over again. It's business to them.
yeah.
So
It's pro
giving
wrestling.
you,
It's like, watch pro wrestling. This is a giant work. We're all being worked.
Mhm. Yeah, Yeah. So like you gotta understand they're entertaining you to make you come back. It's not about giving you factual information. So you're like, oh, okay, that's all I need to know. Bye.
Yeah. Well, I also I want to say real quick. Normally, this show does not happen this late at night, and usually we come with a topic and we talk about a topic, and then usually this is the bonus content where we riff. Um, I choose Rick. I think we're going to become great friends. I like you already. You
Yeah.
need to follow this channel and add us on all social media. Your pop culture, you're interactive, and you like pro wrestling. We're going to love you. Um, we actually do a show you're going to follow. You're going to see tomorrow at around 4 or 5 o'clock. We're going to do our show called Tornado Tag Podcast, and we're gonna cover Sunday night's Camp Leapfrog that this gentleman here, Alex, runs. If you're into the independent scene and you watch pro wrestling, he's been doing a show called Camp Leapfrog, which has been fantastic. And then we're going to cover NXT, and then we're going to cover some love in the pro wrestling world.
Oh yeah.
Exciting. But yeah, man, I think you're gonna like this network. I like you, Rick. You're a good dude, man. I appreciate you coming hanging out with us super late at night. We'll make the show a little about you here. Where you from? I'm curious. Like where in the world are you? I know right where we are. It's 3:30 in the morning. So, and there was no planning to this. We're literally just pulling up a news article and just saying how we feel. We're just riffing off the top of the head. Let me scroll through here. Oh, another quick video game news. So GTA made more money last year, almost as much money last year as it did the year it launched.
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, so the casino DLC, I think, did it for him.
Yeah, absolutely. You could post your YouTube and Twitch account. I'll even give it a shout out because I know some people can't see. But if you post it, I'll put it up so everyone can see it on the chat too. You're on the East Coast. That's awesome, man.
We too are on the East Coast.
We're in the great state of Pennsylvania.
We're in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I like PA. I want to talk WandaVision, but I don't want to give spoilers alert, so we'll skip that. If you're a Fortnite fan, I was just playing that a little bit ago. The Flash is now in Fortnite, so that's out there. Suicide Squad director teases big things from Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn's performance. That's a cool thing too. So this is the sorry, your Twitch crashed, so you're back. Well, welcome back. Here's this dude's YouTube channel. What's the actual name of your YouTube? And here's his actual stream. It is twitch.tv/randomrickreviews_RRR. So go give that guy a follow. He's hanging out with us. He's a good dude. And on YouTube, you can just search Random Rick Reviews. Check him out. He came in. He's hanging out. He's being interactive. We also do have community pages on Facebook. So if you look below at our yes, we're on YouTube, IWEP Network. But all of our links are below. So if you see a link tree for Not Cool in High School, that'll take you to all of our social media links, and all of our podcast pages has their own social media links as well. If you see IWEP, it'll pull up every show stuff. We have a lot of different places to go to and check out. But if you're interested, it's all there. We have merchandise, we have Patreon, we have a lot of fun stuff, man. We've been doing it for a little bit now. The Twitch game, we're still kind of new to it. We're trying to figure it out, but I'll tell you what. Every time we do go on Twitch and we have somebody interact, we have one or two people. We have really good people who interact. So we're getting quality people off Twitch, which is fun. But this is actually live currently on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So yeah, yeah. So James Gunn pretty much announced that. Here's this. Here you go.
Nice.
Random Rick RR on YouTube. I'm gonna subscribe to you as soon as this is done. He pretty much said that he had no outside influence from DC executives. They let him make the movie he wanted to make for Suicide Squad. The movie is done. They didn't chop it up. They didn't take anything out. They let him keep everything he wanted. And that movie will be releasing free this year on HBO Max.
It's exciting. That's so exciting. Love Suicide Squad. Love the characters. Is King Shark in it? Because I just love King Shark.
Yes.
Not so much the animated version, but also the animated version.
Yeah.
Because that show is fantastic.
You're going to be able to play as King Shark in the brand new Suicide video game coming up soon too.
Yes.
And I believe he's voiced by Batista.
Even better. If that's true, that's so good. That's so good.
At my Google machine again. Let's see here. Suicide.
See, now, like, I didn't hate the first Suicide Squad, but I definitely get why people don't like it. Um, I'm just glad they didn't recast Will Smith.
Yeah, my big beef with Will. I love Will Smith. I think he's a great actor.
Mhm.
My biggest issue with that is I hate when they have to, because they're like a main person, they have to always take their masks off. Like, just leave your fucking mask on. Like, that's the point of you being a superhero or a villain. You have a costume, you have a mask. Fucking keep it on. I don't want to, like, we know it's you, Will Smith, so you don't have to take your fucking cool helmet off every 30 seconds.
Yeah, but they needed to convey, like, he has a daughter. There's a lot of dramatic scenes for him.
No.
Listen,
Oh,
it's Will Smith. I'm not going to let you talk shit.
yeah.
Like his wife's already done a number on the man.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Hold on, let me see what we got here. So Tara Strong is doing. Oh no, it's not Batista. It's even better. Tara Strong is the voice of Harley Quinn, so you're getting the animated TV show Harley Quinn, and it is a pro wrestler doing the voice of King Shark.
Oh, I know who it is.
It's Samoa Joe.
Oh, I didn't know who it was. Oh, that's great. I thought it was Shaman for a hot second.
Samoa Joe is the voice of King Shark in the
That tracks.
Suicide Squad video game, and the premise of that video game is you are out to kill a elusive target, and then you find out in the trailer your target is evil Superman who's controlled by Brainiac.
The girl with the wiggle dance was annoying. Fair. Fair.
I like it.
Yeah, Will Smith is one of those actors who, like, he's Will Smith in every movie, and you know what you're getting.
Like Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, Martin Lawrence, like you
Well,
know
Mark
what
can
you're
do
getting.
comedy and he can do the seriousness.
Oh yeah, but like
I have a man Mark Wahlberg.
because you look like him. But like the depth of Mark Wahlberg is not vast. It's only funny because he's Mark Wahlberg in a situation that's like not typical of him.
All right, here you go. Austin said, what do you guys think of the casting of the Borderlands movie by chance? Have you been following it? I have been following it. Some big names announced. Kate Blanchett
Jamie Lee Curtis
is playing a role. Jack Black is playing Claptrap. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, and Kevin Hart all announced so far for the Borderlands movie. So pretty.
So yeah, what's the premise of the? I've never played the video game series.
Wait, I look like who? I look like Mark Wahlberg. I get that sometimes. I get Mark. I just got in the last stream. I got my last interview I just did for interviews. The guy said, "You look kind of like Kevin Owens." I was like, "It's because I'm fat and I have a pug nose." Yeah, I'll take Kevin Owens. I like love that dude. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like it's like what, a post-apocalyptic world or something.
Yes. You are a set of vault hunters who are looking for a secret vault. Spoiler alert, in Borderlands 1, you play a 80-hour game to get all the way to the end, open the vault, and they never show you what's inside. It's just a monster. You fight a monster boss and the game ends.
Does it continue in part 2 or what?
Part 2, yeah, but it's one of those games where you just have a really good time playing it, but I think after part 1, I kind of checked out of the story. I couldn't tell you what happened in the story. I just play it because I think it's a fun game.
Okay.
You don't think Kevin Owens should be doing the stunner? I didn't at first, but it's growing on me. I like him doing the stunner.
Yeah, I like it too.
Only because the pop-up power bomb, I think, is doesn't always work, especially if you're working against big guys, and it's a move that you have to set up really awkwardly by throwing him in the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
The vault was empty. That's why. Yeah, Austin would know the story more. I think that vault was empty, but then they end up finding out that there was more vaults. So the game you're going to each different vault and trying to find them. But the research and to try to find each vault takes place at different time periods.
Gotcha.
Well, Stone Cold gave him the okay to use the stunner, so that was a huge thing too. That he got the blessing of Stone Cold to use the move.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a real big deal in the business. Like Randy Orton, we got the okay from DDP.
Yeah. He goes, well, I didn't give him the okay. I like it, Rick. Well, speaking of wrestling, John Cena is going to be in the new Suicide Squad movie, and supposedly his character is getting its own HBO Go show.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, the Peacemaker, which is like Captain America who murders people. which is exciting. Because
Fantastic.
he thinks he's morally just because he feels that the killing the people is okay. Like he justifies it as he's still a hero, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And the Rock TV show also shows. I'm looking at a photo here of Iron Sheik.
Yes. Oh, I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Andre the Giant is going to be shown in that show. Dude, fun fact: if you're a big Rock fan, he talks about the reason he used jabroni because of the Iron Sheik. Like the first time he ever heard the word was Iron Sheik in the locker room.
Oh yeah, he loves that.
Get out of the locker room, you jabroni. I was the same way. So I took a huge. I hope I can see him in the movie. He unveils his power, so you can see him in the movie. So that's not going to be a problem, Austin. I took a huge break from wrestling around 2002, 2003, and then I came back in 2013. Batista won the Rumble the year I came back. So I missed the whole John Cena run.
I checked out in 2007, but came back in 2013.
Yeah. So I missed the whole John Cena run, and everyone was telling me he's like this dog shit person, and I get it. Like he's like sometimes when you grow up and you watch Hulk Hogan get shoved down your throat, and then you see this person get shoved down your throat, it changes for you a little bit. But when I came back to wrestling at that time, and he came on the mic, I was like, this dude's fantastic on the mic. Like he was unbelievable. Like even when the crowd's booing him, he just knew how to control the microphone. Like honestly, I'll put John Cena up there with The Rock. He knows how to control a crowd when he has a microphone, especially when he's being John Cena sucks. He's just like, he just knows how to play into it. He's very, very talented. And then I watched that match with him and AJ, and I was like, dude, this like that. I mean, AJ can fucking wrestle a broom, but I don't know. I don't hate John Cena too much. Like maybe if I watched the whole era, I would have different opinions. But I don't mind him. I don't mind him. When he shows up, I don't hate it.
I liked when Cena tagged with Zack Ryder.
Okay.
I like that whole story arc that just kind of like vanished. I really enjoyed that. That was happening right before I got back into it, and then like it fizzled out as I was getting back into wrestling.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through. Kevin Owens still wants an insane WrestleMania moment. We'll talk more about. He wants to jump off the pirate ship. That's what he's saying at the stadium.
Nice.
He jumped off the Titantron. So, wasn't 2003 when John Cena came back from his pectoral tear? I believe so, and that's when he came back in the Rumble, and everyone at Madison Square Garden, and everyone lost their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I so want to talk WandaVision. Have you watched the newest episode?
I did.
All right.
My suspicions were correct, and boy, that every time this show ends recently, oh my God, stop.
So the people who are in the chat, if you haven't watched it and you don't want to hear, we won't talk about it. But if you have watched it, we'll talk about it. But if you're listening to this back later, we're just going to tell you to skip a little bit here. Because there's some things I want to talk about, but if I don't want to ruin stuff, please refrain. All right, we won't talk about it. It's really good. It's really, really good. Definitely go watch it. But they did announce, here's some news, that the last 3 episodes are going to be 1-hour episodes.
Oh, what?
Yep, the last 3 episodes will be 1 hour. There's a lot to unpack in 3 episodes. I am as well. I'm gonna be honest. The MCU. I'm kind of, but
that's what I thought going into WandaVision. But then
WandaVision is one of my favorite things the MCU's ever done.
Yeah.
Only because I think it's setting up characters that people wanted in the MCU for a very, very, very long time. Without spoiling, like this isn't really a spoiler, but obviously Wanda is a mutant. So it opens up the door to possibly more mutants coming. We'll just say that. And they've already announced that they are doing something with the Fantastic Four. And they kind of made some hints at that as well. And they're, besides Daredevil and Spider-Man, the X-Men franchise and the Fantastic Four are my 2 favorite Marvel franchises. And I would really want to see them represent it well. So I'm excited to hopefully be getting that. So
yeah, I'm excited for some more Doctor Strange, man. Out of the first series of movies, like the first couple phases. I don't know how to identify the phases, but Doctor Strange is such a cool movie.
I've yet to watch it.
So anyway,
I haven't watched that or Thor Ragnarok.
I'm realizing that like before my spiritual awakening, that's like one of my favorite movies in the MCU, and it's just like, oh, now it all makes sense why
I
I love
know.
that movie.
I have to. That's what everyone tells me, that you would fucking love it. Go check it out. I have to. I have to watch it.
It's so good.
Well, you have been playing a new video game.
Me?
Yes.
So me? I have.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, dude, let's talk about how freaking awesome the Nintendo Switch is.
He just got a Switch, ladies and gentlemen, so he's very excited about it.
I'm very late to the game, but I
You been
love
playing Pokemon?
Dude, I have. This is the most time I ever spent like just going around catching Pokemon and leveling up.
This new Pokemon game was bonkers good.
So good. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'll buy the game. I'm not going to buy into the expansion packs, but now I'm like,
Dude, it's a Pokemon expansion pack. That's never been a thing before.
yeah,
You have to.
yeah.
You have to get it.
I usually say no to them, but
I finished my copy of Sword, and I went to a family get together, and my cousin is dating a guy who I've been friends with for a very long time. He has 2 kids, amazing kids, really adorable kids. And he's like, "Hey, can I play your Switch?" And I said, "Absolutely, young man, you can play my Switch." And he's like, "Can I trade some of the Pokemon off your game to my game so I can get some cool stuff?" And I said, "Absolutely, trade whatever you want, man." And I logged back into my game and couldn't find my legendary. He took the legendary on me. He took my legendary dog, and I didn't have the heart to tell a little kid I want my legendary Pokemon back because I'm an adult. So I just said I will restart my game and replay it from the beginning, and let him enjoy that legendary dog, and play it again.
That's awesome.
He 100% knew. He knew exactly what he was doing. I mean, but he's a good kid, and I think at the time, I think I said I was done with it because I didn't know the DLC was coming out. So I was like, "Fuck it, he can have whatever he wants. Like he'll enjoy it." And then I went to play it again. I'm like, "Oh fuck, I don't have my legendary dog. That kind of sucks." So I said I'll start over. Yu-Gi-Oh over Pokemon. I think Yu-Gi-Oh came later. I'm not sure how old you are, Rick, but I tried to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, but I think I was past that age where I was like, I'm not into this.
Yeah, I have friends that are super into Yu-Gi-Oh. But Pokemon, like just the cuteness of the character, that's weird to say. But like it's just I don't know, the characters and the gameplay is it's just a lot more simplistic and fun for me.
How fucking awesome was that Let's Go Pikachu movie?
Yeah. The Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu. And then the Mewtwo one was really good too. Where they redid the animation for the Mewtwo Return or Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Right. I was a little disappointed because I'm watching the whole movie without the info that this is basically a remake. And I'm like,
just a CGI remake.
I'm like, what's going on here? Like, this is very familiar.
Exactly.
I realize they've already made this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to replay that one. But you are playing the brand new Mario.
Yes,
and
Mario 3D World.
Mario 3D World and Bowser's Revenge.
Bowser's Fury.
Fury, that's it.
And boy, is he furious.
So what is the actual? A lot of people are wondering what the gameplay is or what the premise is. So what is Mario All-Star 3D World?
Well, so I don't have that one, but I do want that one. That's the one that's like a limited edition or limited time.
That's the 3 games you have to get before. I think it goes away very soon.
Yeah, but this is the newest Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury. So 3D World is like your classic side scroller, except with a 3D realm. So you don't go side to side; you can go anywhere. But it's still very much side scroller esque. And there's a lot of cool functionalities to that. And the mapping out of like your levels is kind of like Super Mario Brothers 3.
Is that multiplayer as well, like couch co-op? You can play with people?
4 people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. You can choose your characters, Peach, Luigi, Mario, and Toad. So that's a lot of fun. But then Bowser's Fury, it's not like that. It's very much open world.
So more like your Mario 64 style game.
Very much so, except it's like there's no castle you go in. It's just this big open area, and you unlock more areas by collecting these little sun things. It kind of reminded me of Super Mario Sunshine. And once you open another area, you can travel to that area, and then you can also come back anytime to the area that you just left. So like you're expanding the world as it goes on. And Bowser, he's like on a time limit. Like every couple of minutes, like it'll start to kind of like rain a little bit, and then he comes to life and just wreaks havoc on crap. I'm not loving that, but I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, he looks so cool in the game. I'm a huge Bowser fan.
Yeah, he does look cool. I just didn't. I don't love the gameplay on it. I like the side scroller stuff way more.
My question with that is when you package two games together like that, does it feel like you're getting gypped in gameplay or length of game, or do they feel like two full games?
I don't know if Bowser's Fury is going to feel like a whole game. It seems like it can be something that be like maybe half a game.
Yeah.
But no matter what, you are only going to probably get 8 to 12 worlds in Mario 3D World. So it's like you're at least getting a game and a half. At least it's how I feel.
I'm going to Google machine this real quick.
Oh, I can't add photos to this thing.
What is it? Mario 3D World, right?
Yes.
So Mario 3D World is it about a 10-hour game?
Yeah, so it's probably got 10 worlds. Although I can totally get through. Yeah.
Okay, so Bowser Fury can be anywhere up to 3 to 6 hours long.
That makes sense.
All right. That's fair. All right.
I'm currently adding my game code into the chat.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, shit.
Well, hey, how about we do this? Just post in the community page, and then anyone, unless it's up to you. You can do it either way. But like I said, you put it in the community page, and everyone can add you there too.
All right. Well, I just added it in here. I'll add it there later.
Well, this year, speaking of Nintendo, we'll stay on here. This is the year of Zelda. This is the 25th, I believe, 25th anniversary or 30th anniversary of Zelda. So people are saying you might get a remastered Zelda game this year, and they already announced Breath of the Wild 2 is a thing. So may have some exciting things coming for Nintendo this year when it comes to the Zelda side. If you're a big Zelda fan,
give me an Ocarina of Time 2. How about that?
I still have not finished Breath of the Wild. I think I'll finish it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for me, but I definitely have to research it.
Yeah. They made a post online about looking for a new lead designer for a possible new Halo game. So that's interesting to think about.
It is interesting.
I'm just kind of scrolling through. See what other news we have. The Boys season 3 begins filming this week. I've never watched that show, but I heard good things.
The Boy, you said?
Yeah, The Boys. It's like a superhero show on.
Oh, very cool. It's good. It's
Amazon
not great.
Prime.
It's yeah,
okay.
I like it. It's very dark. Deals with a lot of like crazy issues, but it's worth watching.
Yeah. What do you think about the new Resident Evil? Are you a Resident Evil fan?
So I don't love the first person aspect of these games.
I'm also a huge bitch when it comes to it. Like I don't like the jump scares, and first person is a little too much for me.
So I love that, but not like by myself. I remember playing Resident Evil Nemesis on the Dreamcast as a kid. I got that package deal for Christmas one time, and I had I call him my older brother, but he wasn't actually a brother. He lived somewhere else. But I would have to wait till the weekend for him to come over so that I could continue to play the game. Because every time like I heard Nemesis, like stars, I'm like, boop, nope.
Have you played the new Resident Evil 3, the remake?
I've actually played it 8 times.
8 times?
Welcome to COVID, baby.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, also, like you earn points to unlock an unlimited rocket launcher. So
I sped run Resident Evil 2 probably 5 times.
I definitely did it 4 times. Yeah.
I got to the point where I just sped run RE2 so many times. RE2 is probably my favorite. The remaster was really good. Resident Evil 3, I was playing it while I was playing with like me and Tori were streaming it back when I used to video game stream when I wasn't lazy and I would take So if you're watching this and this is your first time, like Rick, I'm in my podcast studio right now. Don't mind the Oreos, but
Ooh, PT, hell yeah.
I stream on the laptop I'm currently using. And then I have to take everything like the laptop upstairs and then bring it back down, and it's a lot. It's a lot to do. So I just kind of gave up video game streaming. Um, Plus, I had a few instances where I was game streaming and I was game streaming games like Fortnite and some other games that had music. And then I get copyright strikes. I'm like, hey, we're going to take down your channel if you don't stop doing that. And I was like, man, I have so much content when it comes to podcasting on my channel that I can't risk losing my whole channel because I was game streaming. So, and I don't have the patience to start one fresh. So I kind of gave up on game streaming a little bit, but I may get back into it. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out. But I'm just trying to get to the point where I'm just trying to get monetized on pages like YouTube. We're at 480 some, close to that 1K. I don't even know how many subscribers I have on Twitch. I think I have enough subscribers. I just need more watch time, and I'm just not getting that. And I think we're able to be monetized on almost every page on Facebook, even the community pages. I think we're able to get monetized on. So I just have to set it up.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I have 77 followers on Twitch and 50 some other. Yeah, I need to get I think I need to average like 4 people to watch my shows at one time. I had one time when I went on Twitch and I had like 100 and some people watching me, but it was just a whole bunch of people trying to troll me. And then I just started trolling them back, and they all left. So that was like the only time I really had a big pop on Twitch. It was pretty funny. But yeah, I know we just upload it, and if people start tuning in, awesome, and we try to engage and have fun with them. And if not, I just enjoy talking with friends, and this is literally the conversation we were going to have anyway on the phone. We just decided to record it, and good thing we did because we found Rick, so it's just cool. And I got to hang out a little bit with my brother, who's stationed over in San Diego, so he's able to hang out with us.
Oh, nice.
PT, fun fact with PT, Austin, if you own a PlayStation 4 and did not delete PT off of it, your PlayStation's worth a couple grand.
Wow.
Because people are buying PlayStations with that demo still downloaded onto it.
I downloaded it, but then I deleted it, and if you re-download it, like it doesn't have the same effect.
Nope, it doesn't play. Yeah, it's once they took it down, if you delete it, it's gone.
Like it plays, but like you just go in a circle and nothing progresses. It sucks because that scared the shit out of me. I was so ready.
The retro gaming community is cool. Oh, cool. I want a retro game, but I don't want to go and pay the money for it. So I'm trying to look for the ROMs. I don't know where to find them and play them on my laptop. But I've been really getting into the beat 'em ups again because there's a lot of really good ones on Game Pass. River City Girls is on Game Pass, and Streets of Rage 4 is on Game Pass. If you're into Streets of Rage 4, Andy just did an unboxing of the limited run statue of of the ones you own. I just need someone to find the ones they own and give me the files, But yeah, so Andy did a whole unboxing of Streets of Rage 4 limited run statue and everything. It was really cool. I also have a question for both of you. Let's post this in here. Oh, wrong one. Here we are. Oh, Battletoads is also on Game Pass. I have not played that one either. I have a question for both of you. What music are you guys listening to, old or new? Listening to, or old music have you revisited again?
Good question.
I have not really dove into music in a long time.
My taste in music is like the worst. So when it comes to new music, like I don't really typically listen to it, but I started jamming out to some like Alanis Morissette, and then through that, I know I'm like weird, but I discovered this new artist. Her name's Halsey, and
Okay.
she did a thing on one of her albums with Alanis, and so I really started to get into her music. I'm super into like anything Miley Cyrus is doing right now because she has that like retro 80s vibe going.
Mm-hmm.
And her version of Jolene from Dolly Parton is sick.
Yeah.
But generally, I don't really mess with new music. I'm straight up in like the 60s, 70s, like I mess with doo-wop. I mess with like Woodstock style. I've really been listening to Sam Cooke a lot lately, probably because I reviewed that One Night in Miami movie. Um, but yeah, that's like what, CCR. That's where I live, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's my soul connection right there.
I'm gonna break Austin's heart a little bit here. And when I say this, it's I don't think he's talented. I don't think that um I don't think he's not good. I can't connect with the music. Um I tried to listen to um Mac
Oh
Miller.
yeah.
Mac Miller.
Oh yeah.
Um Maybe because I'm not in the mindset to listen to it because every when I just put it on shuffle on Spotify and I just kind of let whatever plays and it's just really like and I guess now knowing that he died of an overdose and stuff um his music's just real like you could tell this dude was hurting, you know what I mean? And I just don't think I'm in the mindset to listen to someone in pain right now.
Mhm.
I'm trying to like change my mindset a little bit, so I couldn't really get into Mac Miller. I tried again. I know my brother's a big fan of him, and he's from Pittsburgh. He's a PA guy, so it's just I tried. I couldn't do it. um yeah, yeah. He was dating Ariana Grande, and then they broke up because he was just really, really bad in the drugs. And then when
Mhm.
after they broke up, he ended up overdosing. Um, but I started listening to Crowbot again. I mean, I've listened to I mean, I've always listened to them, but I kind of put their playlist on. And I've been jamming around to it at work. Um, I'm still in my emo phase. I still put on my 2000s emo stuff. I'm into that. But yeah, I think I listen to my like when I'm at work and I'm not listening to podcasts. I listen to a lot of Crowbot, which is my buddy's band. They're really really good. If you've never listened to Crowbot, go check them out. They're a good time. But I think right now, if I'm not podcasting, if I'm not playing video games or watching movies or watching wrestling, I think the
Mhm.
most things I'm doing now is I'm consuming a lot of podcasts. I'm trying to listen to other podcasts. I'm trying to see what they do to get myself better. I'm listening to old school wrestling stories because there's a whole gap in my life of wrestling I missed because when I was young, I only watched WWE. I refused to watch anything else. So I missed a lot of WCW. I missed a lot of the old school stuff. So I listened to a lot of wrestling podcasts and stuff. So
See, Austin said about MGK. So like I've
his
recently
new album
been
was fun. His new
I
album was a good time.
so like I have in my YouTube watch list this like I guess it's a movie that he made called Downfalls High. Uh,
Yeah.
so I want to watch that, but like him and what's the guy's name? They did the Champagne Supernova cover together. I thought that was amazing.
I mean, maybe just because I feel like when people are it's the wrestling fan of me. I'm not hating on the genre of music, but I feel like when people become rappers, they play a character too much, and I kind of see through it. But
Mm,
now that MGK is kind of doing like rock music and like pop punk, I'm into it more. I like him more as a pop punk guy than I do a rapper.
I fully
Um,
agree.
Same with I say like my favorite rapper right now is probably Post Malone, but he's also someone who's also like he could play a guitar. He's very talented. I like him. I'm a big Posty guy fan.
Yeah, dude, I love Haley Williams too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I hope I would love Paramore to come back.
Yeah. Also, there's a band called Hailstorm. I used to go see them a lot in
They're
Lancaster.
they're from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, yeah. I
Right
used
before
to,
COVID, they were supposed to do a show where it was Hailstorm and Crowbot together, two Pennsylvania bands.
oh, that
And I
would be
said
cool.
all they would need is Breaking Bennet. It could have been like the three big bands that came from our area. Because Hailstorm came from not too far from here, I believe.
Right? Yeah, they were local, man. They were playing here all the time.
Hailstorm. Red Lion, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's really close. Yeah,
Yeah, is in York County.
yeah,
Population 6,322 people, and the band Hailstorm came from it.
that's awesome. Well, you know who else? I don't know if she came from there, but you said York, right?
The York County.
Yeah, Jordan Grace lived there with what's her husband's name? John Grisham.
Okay.
Um, Also, Rich Swan lived there for a little while he was training.
I didn't mean to say it as I laughed, but I was going to Impact World Champion.
Is he the current champion?
Yeah, he's the champion of Impact Wrestling.
Yeah,
That's why it's really hard to take them serious. I was like, Rich Swan's your champion.
Hey, you don't like? Whoa! Explain.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Just
Is too gimmicky or what?
Do you see Rich Swann as a world champion in any company?
Impact, yeah, Impact. I mean, it's Impact. Like I don't see him like holding it forever. Like I would prefer like a Moose. I prefer the big
like
guy.
Ace Austin, who's like your next big thing, could be your champion.
I could see Ace Austin taking it from Rich Swann though.
Yeah. Well, I think now they're really high on Jessica Havoc does a stream on Twitch. Yeah, she's a streamer. Xavier Woods, Adam Cole, Cesaro. We do a wrestling podcast, and the one guy on our show, Andy Header, actually wrestled and used to train at Chikara, and he kind of was there the same time Cesaro was there, or Claudio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're a huge fan of Chikara, or if you know of Chikara, it's now dead, and it's being revitalized on this Camp Leapfrog we were talking about. So,
yeah, it's awesome because I'm excited for spoiler. Eventually, at our next taping, Andy Header will be joining us.
Yes,
I'm excited to see how he interacts with the Chikara crowd, just knowing that he's been there, not so much with the crowd that's there now, or
he was there before them.
Yeah, he was kind of before. I really want to see how he interacts with them, and then I really want to see how he works with them.
Yeah,
I feel like, no offense in saying this, but I feel like Andy's underutilized a lot.
absolutely. I don't think that's offensive at all. I think that's just the truth.
One of my things, like I had a personal chat with him via text, and I'm like, it kind of seemed like maybe I was overly praising him, but I said like I'm excited to see you really go.
Yeah,
and
I mean, if you look at his just recent PPW runs, right? He wrestled Gilbert, which
that was awesome though.
He made that a very exciting match. There was chemistry and storytelling, and then he wrestled Nola Katana, awesome. He wrestled Mantequilla, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all like pre-intermission matches where he went out against a high flyer and and he was playing the heel role and had really good matches with those Chikara style guys.
Yeah, well, so that's great. Like, and what we are at Camp Leapfrog is we're very openly collaborative. So, like, if you have a story that you want to tell within the confines of what we're doing, talk to us. We're into it. If you have something you want to do in your match, like, talk to us. We're into it. Let's, yes. Yeah, I'm very excited for that.
I may have booked a wrestling show. Yeah. Oh my God, that was a great conversation. We were crying, laughing. Let's see what else we got here. I'm just scrolling through more comic book news to see what else is coming up here. Oh yeah, Seth Rollins on Monday. Well, this is kind of wrestling, but we'll sneak it in. It's pop culture. But Seth Rollins debuted back with his "Burn It Down" music, but he's still doing the
Modern Day Messiah.
The Modern Day Messiah thing. Yeah.
Oh, Monday Night Messiah. My bad.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he's on SmackDown now, so he's just the Messiah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And nobody's taking offense to this.
No, nobody cares. I would have bet my house that Becky was coming back Rumble.
Yeah, I thought the same.
Yeah, nothing. But I'm happy she didn't because it was Bianca Belair's time. Oh, I got her shirt. I ordered her shirt and it came in.
Oh,
it's the one that says I go here now.
Nice.
Oh, I love it. I got her shirt and Asuka's shirt. Oh, I love it so much. But yeah. Trying to think. So I just finished video game wise. I finished Assassin's Creed. I was gonna go back and finish Watch Dogs, and I played 45 minutes of it, and then I turned it off and uninstalled it. I think I was over it. Yeah. Now I'm gonna start working on a game. It's on Game Pass. It's like Call of the Wild or something. Like you. How do you feel about Edge and Christian movement in the moment in the Rumble? I thought it was fun.
I love it.
I kind of want to see an Edge and Christian tag team run, but I think we're going to get Edge as a world champion soon.
I'd like to see. I don't know. Did we ever get an Edge and Christian feud? I don't think we need it, but I think it would have been a fun dynamic if Christian would have won the Rumble.
The thing is you can do an Edge and Christian thing, and it would work because they don't book the tag teams division well anyway. What championship doesn't which one intrigues you more that he challenges?
It's hard because I don't watch the product. So who are currently the champions? Is Drew
Current
McIntyre?
champions is Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns, and Finn Balor over on NXT.
Oh, that's an option.
Mm-hmm.
I like as much as I like Finn, that'd be cool. I just don't see that brand being involved in a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
I guess Spear versus Spear, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see it.
No, I don't love it either. But
I have a hunch.
bigger match.
I don't think Roman Reigns is making out of Elimination Chamber with his title. I think someone else takes his title at the Elimination Chamber, and I think we get the match I would like to see. I would like to see Edge Daniel Bryan.
Oh.
The problem is someone's got to lose, and that sucks too. I like Drew McIntyre, but I think a lot of it has to do with no crowd. But his run as champion has just been kind of meh at best. It's just not entertaining to me. And I mean, anytime that you just sneak in a one-off Goldberg match in your middle of your title run, it kind of takes a lot of wind out of your sails, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now he's going to wrestle Sheamus. Like, you're going to try to sell me him and Sheamus's friendship when you've been burying Sheamus from Jeff Hardy for the past year and a half. Now he's a world champion. Like,
so
no one other brother thinks Sheamus is winning that belt. Like, there's no story there. Or at least over on the other side, you have KO and Kevin Owens and Seth and Roman going at it. And the last three matches they had were like, holy fuck, is Kevin Owens going to win this? Like, they sold it. Like, there was something to it.
That'd be cool. I liked Sheamus for a champion when he first debuted,
Yeah.
But like again, you take this guy who like could be the guy, and you make him this comedian, and then you ruin his potential of ever being taken seriously.
Keep sticking him on tag teams.
They did this with Big E. Like Big E as an Intercontinental Champion back in the day, before the New Day, loved it. I was ready for it. Him versus Rusev, into it. Him in the New Day, I'm like, I'll never take him seriously again.
Well, fun fact with Big E is he's Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, cool.
And Christian is back, and he said he wants to do another run, and he's medically cleared, and he wants to have a title match. We were supposed to get, before Christian retired, Christian versus Big E for the Intercontinental Championship, and the match never happened because he was no longer medically cleared to do the match.
I'm into it. Let's have it.
I don't think Christian should take the title off Big E, but
no,
it's fun to see. It's fun to see.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go.
Let me type it in the Google machine. Movies coming out in February. Let's see what's coming out new, and let's see if we're excited about any of them. All right, there's already one that just popped up that has some interest for me. We're gonna go to. I've never been to this website in my life, but we're gonna click on it. Moviephone.com. Remember Moviephone when you called it?
Oh my God, that's still a thing.
Yeah,
welcome to Moviephone. Yeah.
So February 5th, Space Sweepers. Know nothing about it.
Looks
February
I started
5th.
to watch it.
Yeah. Just trying to look through here if anything is really catching. There's a stripped down Rise Up movie coming out February 5th. No idea what that. It's like a stripper movie. There's a horror movie coming out called Wrong Turn, but it's literally a reboot of Wrong Turn.
Oh, I'm in. Let's watch it.
The trailer is a guy wearing like a deer head. So I thought it was like a cryptid style movie, but no, it's a remake of Wrong Turn. That's coming out this year. Is it going to be on a platform? Let me see this real quick.
Probably.
It doesn't really say where you can watch it. February 23rd, if you're interested. Where the hell are you? I just seen you. Behind the Mask. Marvel Behind the Mask. It's a documentary coming out. Tentacles. Interesting.
Love tentacles.
Where the fuck is it? Terrifier. Oh, that's February 2021. All right, let me see. I just had it here. Let's see what this is. Willy's Wonderland. Have you heard of this movie?
I did, and I'm very interested, to be honest.
Um,
Like animatronics coming to life, and he has to battle them. Like this just screams like super 80s, like
so
crazy.
it's pretty much Five Nights at Freddy's, where
Yeah.
animatronics come to life, except the main character is Nicolas Cage.
Yes. When's this come out? Like, I know I have the ability to download it right now, but like, when's it come out?
It's actually saying you can watch it right now. It's in theaters, or you can watch it now on Vudu for $19.99.
Cool. I'm gonna get it for free, but
It released 2 days ago.
nice. Yeah, I'm interested in that.
I don't really see.
Well, if you get stumped on there, I have something you can Google and we can speculate about.
All right, what's up?
New Cloverfield movie.
Oh, that's we just talked about Cloverfield the other night.
Oh yeah.
Cloverfield Paradox is a science fiction horror film that was released on Netflix on February 4th, 2018. That was the last one we had.
Right.
But
there's rumors about a new one, I heard.
Well, the thing with Cloverfield Paradox is we didn't know it was coming, and they're like, boom, Cloverfield Paradox is on Netflix. Go enjoy it.
Yeah, but that's kind of like how Netflix does their marketing, though.
Yeah.
It's also kind of how Cloverfield does their thing, too, though, seems like.
So it says here, and this is from screenrant.com, and it was written in 2020. It said, even with this possibility, it's highly unlikely that a new movie will be greenlit. The right call would be abandon this idea for a sequel altogether. The original Cloverfield film was great, and it was a great standalone movie. It took fans by surprise, but it has kept them for over a decade. I disagree. I really like Cloverfield, but
it's really good for no reason at all.
Yeah. So
if you watch Cloverfield Paradox, like it ties everything together, and you really get to understand, like, okay, we're checking out a couple different universes. We're not stuck in the same universe.
Yeah.
But I want to know what happened in that first universe. Like, I want the story, man.
Yeah, I would be pumped for it. So we're getting close to an hour and a half here. We usually cut off around like an hour 45. The people in the chat. What I'm thinking we may do is I may just keep the stream going, but I'll end the podcast. We'll say. But is there anything else? Any other topics you guys want to bring up or talk about pop culture wise, or while we have yous? We'll turn to you guys and see if there's anything else. And while you guys are typing and thinking, let's get some plugs out of the way. What do you got to plug?
So many things. Tonight, Camp Love Frog. Check out Camp Love Frog on IWTV. But before that, at 7:15, check out the Open Swim, where we have a fun match or two and some extra interviews and such.
And then before that, you can check out the preview of Camp Love Frog on Tornado Tech Podcast.
Right here.
Right here on this network.
That's awesome. How about that? So after the after the presentation on IWTV on all the Camp Leapfrog social media, we will announce our March Leapfrog Live and what the theme of that is. And I will say that it's something we haven't seen in a long time, and something like it happened in WWE years ago, and it was kind of revolutionary. So now we're bringing it to the indies, and that's as much as I'll say.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, there's that Wicked Turtle Network, aka the Wicked Tuna. We're rebranding. I'm rebranding. Yeah, what up, peeps? I do cereal reviews where I eat cereal and then I'm lactose intolerant and then I shit myself 2 hours later.
Bonus content.
Bonus content. That's my Patreon. I poops. I think that's about all I got. Oh, wait. Psych. No. We have a new podcast coming to the IWEP.
Yeah. You're going to be starting a brand new podcast that's coming to the network. Do we announce the name yet, or do we wait?
I don't. Is the name official? Like,
I don't know.
I'm waiting on her to tell
I
me.
would say hold off. Let's see what I would make sure. I don't want to do anything before Tori's cool with it. But you and Tori are doing your own podcast. It's going to be diving more into the spiritual side and the mental aspect side, and
Yeah,
a little more with the extraterrestrial. You guys have some ideas with some topics,
gotta love it.
and that should be coming very very soon. And that'll be a live show as well. We will debut it on the network. Yeah, and that yeah. Well,
You know, we can chat here for a second. Um, Deja vu is the idea of our next podcast. Have you ever experienced deja vu?
I experienced deja vu I think maybe once or twice in my life, but it was a very, very long time ago, and I
Mhm.
have not experienced it as an adult.
Gotcha. Yeah,
How about you?
dude, so many times. So many times. It's been like the first one that I can remember is I was in a placement facility called Kids Peace in Allentown, and we were like setting the tables in the cafeteria, and all of a sudden this conversation started to happen between another kid and like the person that was cooking the food, and I just like looked up like,
I've been here
whoa,
before.
I've been here before. And then in my head I finished the kid's sentence before he finished it, and I was like, whoa, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
So that was, I've had many instances like that in my life. It makes you wonder, like, is our future set? Are we precognizant? Like, there's no way to like say that that's a coincidence. Like,
Yeah.
you've lived this moment before. So
Yeah, I do remember experiencing deja vu because it's one of those things that when you do experience it, you know what's happening. You're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." Like, but I haven't personally experienced it in a long time.
right.
But that should be starting maybe next week? Question mark?
Maybe this week. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
This
see.
week or next week. It'll be live.
So very excited, and then nothing we can announce yet, but it's definitely going to be a cross brand thing. So not only are you doing something for the IWEP network, but we're going to be teaming up and filming some content or shooting some content that will be effective that will be found on the High Tension Wrestling Network.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to do a couple different collaborations with that. I think we're going to do like, like guest spots on like hitting the mat, continue hitting the mat. Um, as far as like guests, like guests in place of the maestro, and then if the maestro ever wants to come back, like we can do a thing.
Yeah.
But like, I think I also want to create like other content, like, and we'll discuss that.
Yeah. So
But
pretty much what we're saying is we're going to be helping each other make content on each other's brands. Yeah. And
right.
then we'll be doing a full review on Wicked Turtle Network of when the Snyder Cut actually does come out. I will hold my review for this network, and I will give it to you guys over on the Wicked Turtle side of things, so you can check that out. Do you think deja vu ties into the natural instinct, or just predicting situations in your alarm? Well, you will have to tune in to find that answer out, Austin.
That's a great question, though.
Yeah. Save that for the show. Wow, the viewers are climbing up here. Whoever's joining in, thank you so much. The chat is open. We're getting really close to the end here, but if you have any quick topics you want us to think, we will go longer. There's not a problem.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll check that stuff out. Thank you. It'd be great, more content for the show.
Yeah.
But I think there's probably multiple levels and reasons to deja vu, because personally, when I've had it, it wasn't always associated to danger.
Yeah. So I will say real quick, if you check the links below, give us a follow on all social media. We're getting close to the subscribes on Twitch and Facebook and all that fun stuff. So definitely, if you can, take a couple minutes out of your day to go show us some love on those platforms. And we had some technical difficulties. They weren't atrocious, but they weren't what I felt was enough quality that I didn't want to not put out. Some of the shirts looked a little fuzzy. Some of them, I was having some issues with the logo quality, but hopefully we fixed them all. I got all the logo quality figured out, situated, and worked out. But if you would like to support us, we do have a merch page. We have two merch pages. We have Teespring, which right now the only thing on there is really the current logos are on there. I will be uploading more as it gradually continues. And then we have T Public. Now, T Public doesn't have all the show's logos. We're still missing some logos for Truth Behind Illusion and for Not Cool in High School. This show that you're listening to now, we have some really cool logos that will be coming. But we do have all the show logos for Bang and Beers podcast. All the show logos up there for Tornado Tag podcast. And there's some really really cool ones on there. So if you see our normal one that we have now, it's the cast of the show, but we're all done as Harry Potter characters. But I will show you guys real quick. And T Public is having a sale right now, 35% off everything. So go grab some t-shirts. You get some really cool t-shirts. Here's the one brand new logo that's made by this guy over there. Check this bad boy out. Let's throw it up there. Bang. The Raw is War Tornado Tag podcast logo. Look at that. That's over. Look at that thing. That's crazy right there. And then we have this bad boy. If you want to be a member of the Tornado Tag for podcast, you're a member for life, baby. And we have that in white. We have off cut like white and black. This is the black logo. So it actually is a color swap reverse of the black and white. And then we do also have that if you're a fan of the Wolf Pack. And then the other special logo we have for Not Cool in High School is our power logo. I'm just gonna say it's the power logo. You use your imagination, but you can grab those merchandise on there. Okay, got to go back to work. Sadly, thank you for making my shift go by faster. The IWEP is the best. Thank you. He's only saying that because he's blood, but thank you, Austin. It was cool to hang out with you, and I'm glad you're having fun at work. And he's actually coming home soon.
Ooh.
Well, he's coming home for a little bit, but he's actually being stationed in Virginia now. So he's moving from San Diego to Virginia, and we're actually going to be planning a huge road trip to go get him and then drive him back home.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to make like a week-long trip out of it, driving across country. It's going to be me, him, my dad, and my wife. And we're gonna do weird shit. I'm gonna bring my camera, and we're probably gonna film shit and record shit, and probably have some fun.
Nice.
Can I wrestle you for $20? Says the Great Channel on YouTube.
Oh.
Who are you wrestling? You wrestling me? Are you wrestling Alex? Are you wrestling? Is it a handicap? Is it a triple threat? What are we talking here, Great?
Are you paying us $20?
You're paying us $20 to wrestle, and it really depends what you look like. I mean, if you're looking like a James Ellsworth, or
I'll do it.
Or you're looking like what's his name, Marco Stunt, I'll wrestle you. But if you're looking like a Lesnar or a Bobby Lashley, I might back out there. Nice Vegeta hairline. All right, here comes the trolls in. I'm enjoying this now. This is it. Who has the Vegeta? Do I have the Vegeta hairline, or do you have the? I never watched Dragon Ball Z. Winner gets a $100 Little Caesars gift. That's gross. We just talked pizza. That's the worst pizza on the planet. I don't want to.
Look like we.
I have the Vegeta hairline because I have a widow's peak. Is that what you're making fun of?
I have the Abdullah the Butcher situation going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
This is great.
I like it. You both look like you survived a plane crash. Get a job, losers. Aw. This is great. This is where Twitch blows up for us. So everyone's in here trolling. Thank you. You guys does it make you feel better when you make fun of people? Because that's awesome. You guys are doing God's work. John Murphy says, "Hey, let's tone it back." I don't know what that means, unless he's talking to them. Yeah, you can't leave now. We're getting trolled and we're going to record all this and put on the podcast. This is hilarious. Caesars is better than Domino's. I will agree. Domino's is pretty gross.
Yeah, I haven't liked it since the new spices.
This is where you turn your camera off. Why would I turn my camera off?
No,
I'm not gonna do that. Hey, Miss Carlet. What's your social media account? Let's see how you're looking. If you're gonna review my hairline,
I think it's Miss Scarlet, like from Clue.
No. I'm not trolling. I'm serious. Me and you in a cage. Let's make it happen. I told you it depends on what you look like. If you're a big dude, the match is off. If you're a little punk, I might take my chances.
Nice.
I may be disabled, so I can't be wrestling too much.
Yeah, of the chains, I do go with Papa John's myself, Austin.
Yeah, but the fact that even the fact that you're bringing up pro wrestling, I'm a fan of it. Thank you. We're big pro wrestling fans here. So, oh, hold on, trying to mute my chat here. All right, there we go. All right, so
Oh,
Miss, let's see what she got here. She is a.
she's into it, man.
Now, see, I'm actually going to the Twitch now because when people troll like this, they just have blank profiles and they don't show anything, which is very telling. You know. Yeah. Yeah, nothing's showing up. Nothing's showing up.
Ah, sorry, why did you mute us?
I didn't mute anybody. Steve Austin has to be the referee. All right. If Steve Austin's the referee, I'll take an ass whooping if you're huge. Just so I could say I was in the ring with Steve Austin.
What the fuck?
You guys look like you eat the sticky shit of the bottom of the bus in high school.
And your name is Brian Brad, 2 first names. I love
Two first names. You're probably a psychopath. That dude has a cool hat. If you think this hat's cool, you should see the other side of it.
Show him your ass.
But don't mind my greasy hair.
Word.
I got the world championship pin going on there.
Dope.
Yeah. I'll take a throw off the cell if Steve Austin's the ref. Yeah, I would do it. I'll frog splash off top of that bitch just to say I did in front of Stone Cold. Blow my fucking knees out. All right. Well, listen, you guys have been a blast. I don't want to turn off now. This is fun.
Oh yeah. Keep it coming, guys.
Yeah. Do you guys have any actual like conversations, anything pop culture you want to talk about? What would your favorite fast food pizza chain be? So we have Pizza Hut, Domino's, Little Caesars.
Yeah.
What would your pick be?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of like this new Detroit pizza thing that they got going on at Pizza Hut, but ultimately I go with Papa John's. As far as chains goes, I prefer a pizzeria pizza if I'm going to do
We
it.
have amazing pizzeria pizzas here, so it's hard for me to say like I'm going to take a commercial chain over any of them. What kind of beers do you guys drink? Now we're getting somewhere. I drink everything. I'm more into the craft beer. If you do subscribe to this channel, every other Sunday we do a show called Bangin' Beers Podcast where we do beer reviews. So if you're into that, check it out. But we have that we've been doing that like 100 and some episodes of that. So I've tried a lot of beers. Currently, I just finished a Modelo Black. We'll say because I don't think I can say the other one. I'm not going to miss it. I can't roll the tongue. I can't speak Spanish. I'm not going to risk it. But I'm drinking a Modelo at the moment.
You got to risk it to get the biscuit, man.
Not risking it. Not doing it.
Yeah, no, I like the Angry Orchards and Miller Lite. Like I'm very simple.
Oh, you like the domestics? That's just fine.
Yeah, I don't have an eclectic taste.
And I live in Pennsylvania, so I have a very nice selection of craft breweries in Pennsylvania that are really, really, really good. And I live right by Yingling. So if you ever had Yingling beer, I'm not sure where you're from, the Great Channel. Am I more of an IPA or a sour? I would go IPA. IPA over sour. Look at this. Edward Gallagher hanging out with us. Thank you. Joining the chat here. We kind of rolled through our podcast section of it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to end the audio side because I think this show is turning more into the visual aspect here where we're just kind of answering questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, for the people who are listening audio only, thank you for hanging out with us. Not Cool in High School podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Here's some phased. And now the audio is done. And now we can just go. We can riff here. So I don't have a 4-hour interview or a 4-hour episode when I upload that later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Didn't know you could do that.
Hard liquor, guys, tequila all the way. Hard liquor gets me in trouble. So I try to stay away from that, you know. If I had a choice of hard liquor, I like whiskey. I like my Jameson. Yeah.
Man. Jaeger. I love me some Jaeger.
Oh, I don't like Jaeger. No, tequila is a drink that I wouldn't start with. That usually sneaks in at the end of the night and then ruins everything that I love.
I like the Fireball, and I do want to try the.
You're making me sick. I drank a bottle and a half of Fireball like the night of my wedding, and I can't look at it. Like I do a shot of it, I'm like, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
Jack Daniel Fire is better than Fireball. You should try that one if you're into it.
All right.
I think it's a lot better.
I do want to try the Terramana tequila. I used to do the Patron. I haven't really drank alcohol in many years, though. I've like really toned down my.
You were on Banging Beers for an episode.
I was. I'd do that again, to be honest. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Like I'm willing to try new things.
Yeah. Favorite breweries. So I'm gonna just go Pennsylvania breweries. I really like Trogs. I like Yingling. I like Pilgaroo, which is coming soon to our area. A drunken McDonald's night is always great. You ain't lying about that. When you're drunk, sometimes food just tastes amazing. But favorite breweries, I'll try to throw some more in there. Really like Evergreen, which is in Pennsylvania. Tattered Flag is really good. Tattered Flag's whiskey was just a couple years ago was on Joe Rogan's podcast, which is kind of cool because that's a brewery out of our area. There's so many breweries I'm really big fan of. Foursquare is really good. Warhorse in New York is really good. We actually just had the owner of Warhorse on our podcast. Really good brewery. I have a whole fridge full of beers right now. Like I'm so stockpiled. I just trying to get through them. But yeah, so we have there's some of my favorites. I'm more into the lagers and pilsners are my favorite. But yeah. Well, Edward, are you still in the area? I know Edward kind of lives in the School County area, or he used to. I'm not sure if he still does. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Mellow Mink. Mellow Mink's fantastic. They were the first brewery that let us go in there and record an episode in their brewery, which was fucking awesome.
Oh, nice. Mount Carmel.
All right. Well, you know what, Alex? I think I'm feeling generous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling generous. Because you came in here this early in the morning, Ed, and you interacted and you hang out with us and you're talking beer with us.
Oh, you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do?
I'm gonna give you a $10 gift card for the Craft House in Minersville, so you can go and buy beer. And message me on Facebook, and I'll link up with you. I will drop it off at your house. We can meet in the middle somewhere. But I'm going to give you a $10 gift card to support local business. The Craft House in Minersville is a place you can go buy a lot of really good beer. They help the podcast out a lot. And I'm going to do that for you, man, because I appreciate you coming in, hanging out, interacting. So we're going to do that for you. I have a $10 gift card. And like I said, send me a message. And you are the proud owner of a $10 gift card. And like I said, they have a lot of good stuff up there. There you go. That just happened.
Look at this.
Next morning.
IWEP at late night, early morning.
IWEP, helping local business and giving our people some fun stuff. No problem, man. Well, thank you, Ed. I appreciate you coming in here. Like I said, interaction with us is very important to us.
Yeah, we just survived the plane crash, so.
I appreciate that. So thank you for coming in and hanging out and we with my stupid Vegeta hair and everything. All the trolls are gone. Great channel. You know what? Great channel. Where are you from? Great channel?
Where's this at?
This guy, Great channel. He was interacting.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll work something out with him. Him and what's his name that was in here? Did we lose what's his name?
Rick.
Rick, are you still in here?
I think he pieced out when we started talking about something.
Maybe we'll do something with those guys one night. We'll send them a T-shirt or something.
Nice.
But if you want to order, how do I deal with hangovers from? He's from Florida, by the way. Cool. Well, Florida's kind of crazy. You guys, well, congratulations first off on a Super Bowl. Good job. And you're getting WrestleMania this year, which is pretty exciting if you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
How do I deal with hangovers? This may be a problem, but I really don't get them. I'm at the point in my life where I know how to drink. So if I'm like, oh, I'm getting to the point where this is gonna suck in the morning, I just stop. I don't like to drink to get absolutely blackout drunk, annihilated. I get to that nice comfort zone. I get a nice buzz, and then I just chill. I don't keep going.
Fair enough.
WWE died in mid-2000s, sadly.
I agree.
Yeah, I would say give the new stuff a chance. There's a lot of really good products out there besides WWE to watch. You know, NXT is fantastic. AEW is fun. Impact, if you're a Rich Swann fan, I
And
mean,
I am.
and he is, yeah.
That's like I had new respect for him when I realized we had the same trainer, so that was cool.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, when I interviewed him when Impact came to PPW, we're just sitting there chatting, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I moved to York, PA, and I was trained by Pinky Pinkerton." And I'm like, "What? Well, how did we not know each other?" And like, we might have known each other back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very possible. And he's just like, I just don't remember it because that time was like a haze.
Here, Ed, I just filled it out for you too, so it's officially yours, brother. Please send me a message on Facebook. You can do my personal page, or you can do the podcast, and we'll work it out. I'm off Monday, so I can come and see you, or drop it off wherever it needs to be. I'm only in Frackville, so Mount Carmel's not a bad drive for me. But yeah, we just gave a fucking gift card away at 4:30 in the morning. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited about that. Like, I'm very excited about that. I'm
We
excited
just
about the engagements at this point in the morning.
Yeah, this is fun. We just had a whole episode on 450 North. Um, they're fine. Those juice style beers that when you drink when you feel like you're just drinking juice and it doesn't taste like a beer anymore, they're fun, but they're not my go-to. Like I can't do a lot of them. But we just did a whole episode on Bangin' Beers podcast for 450 North. If you want to go check that out, just search anywhere you listen to podcasts or on YouTube. Just type in Bangin' Beers podcast 450 North. It should pop right up. There was a Bowser beer we had from them, which is really good. I forget what it's called though.
Really?
It's probably on one of the chairs. Like if you notice the chair next to me, this is because we ran out of space here on the podcast table for stickers. So
Wow.
now we're putting them on the chairs. Yeah.
That's
What?
funny. That's just funny.
Yeah. This is one from McCall Brewing Company in Pennsylvania, and it has Post Malone on it, and it's called Roast Malone. Yeah. It's fun stuff. Fun stuff. What are some of your favorite breweries, Ed? We'll try to do a few different kind of conversations going here. We'll say, what's your favorite brewery, Ed, and the Great Channel. So on YouTube, once again, I'm gonna go subscribe to you when this is all said and done. Do you make content, Great Channel, or you just go on YouTube and watch other people's stuff? So we'll learn more about you while you're here. And Austin's like, I'm staying. Well, the trolls went away, Austin. So I don't think anyone's here making fun of us anymore. And if they are here,
I also miss the adult content in WWE, and that's why I kind of gravitate toward AEW. It's why I even more so gravitate towards the indie scene and select promotions. I just like unlimited, dude. They're like, dude. I'm sorry. When we came up with all the illegal things that happened at Camp Leapfrog already, I'm like, oh, we're way edgier than I thought.
yeah,
Like, use cocaine in a spot. Like, it's not real cocaine.
yeah.
But still, wow.
This is the brewery in New York that does the World War II artwork. That is Warhorse Brewing Company. Did I get my hands on the Midtown Dew? I did not. Is that the new Mountain Dew? Or I don't even know I'm not sure what that is. Midtown Dew. Oh, Midtown Dew Evil Chin. Yeah, Evil Chin. Evil Twin. Let me see here. I have not. Mountain Dew meets sour ale made with milk sugar, Mountain Dew syrup, and gently roll can before opening. So that sounds like it's a sour, but no, I have not tried it. Evil Twin out of New York. I have not tried that yet.
I think they need to do another Who is the Father match.
All those Warhorse beers. Warhorse. Warhead beers. Oh, they were awful.
Awesome.
Evil Twins usually you can get Evil Twin around this area. Midtown Dew. Let's put that in. Oh, they do a Midtown Dew Code Red. Find it. Let's see if that's around. Beer's not available. All right. Midtown Dew find it. Not available in our area. That sucks. But that beer was one friend checked it in. Who checked it in? Scott Brown checked it in. Gave it a 3.75. 404 check-ins. His average is a 3.89. Interesting. Rotunda, Evil Twin, New Trail, and 450 North. Oh yeah, all good breweries.
Is that Rotunda the one here in Lebanon? Because I really want to go there.
I believe they have one there. I know they have one up in the Harrisburg area, like right by Hershey.
Yeah, that's kind of where it's at. Like it's like between Lebanon and Hershey. It's so their food looks amazing.
Like, they got some heat during the Trump administration. Yeah,
for being open or what?
No, they I mean, their beers are good. They're nice people. I like I said, I'm not going to drink someone's product because of who they're affiliated with politically. Because like I said, I don't go either way. But they were getting some heat because they were saying, during the pandemic with everything being shut down, that they weren't making money and that their business was hurting. But every single time they had a beer release, it fucking sold out immediately. So it's like, I understand you're not making business and you're not making money because your restaurant wasn't open, but they were killing it when it came to beer releases.
They were open most of 2020 though. Their advertising was like top notch because I'm like, man, I want to go there, but pandemic. So yeah, if you ever swing an interview with them, I will join.
Yeah. You're loving Imprint. So if you like Imprint for like the smoogies, if you're into those, I would also check out Fourscore in Harrisburg. They make these called the Jamba line. They're really good too. If you're into Imprint, because Imprint can be hard to get sometimes because they're kind of getting to that point where they're very popular. You have one high voltage left. Are you a fan of Nugget Nectar? I can trade you a can of the double Nugget Nectar, which was very exclusive and hard to get. I can trade you a can of that for your can of voltage if you're interested. And if you're in Mount Carmel, man, maybe we can have you come on the podcast one week. You can come and sit down and hang out with us. We'll definitely keep in contact. If you're a big beer guy, we can have you join us one episode. We've been known to have people come in and sit down and hang out. This week we're taking tomorrow. Sunday we're taking off. We're actually we're moving Bangin' Beers to bi-weekly. So we're taking that show and we're moving it to next week. And next week we're going to be on location, not live. We're going to film it and then put it out later on that day or probably on Monday. But we're going to be at the Little Brown Barrel in Minersville. And from what I heard, their food's fantastic, and they have one of the craziest craft beer selections and cask beers, like ones that are in the little tiny casks. And they have some pretty awesome stuff there. And the owner's been dying us to go there and do an episode. So next Sunday, if you're free, we will be at the Little Brown Barrel in Minersville. If you want to come in and get a meal off them and try them out. What was my first beer? Probably a Miller Lite or something, like a Firehouse beer. Was my first beer I ever tried, underage. Or a Milwaukee, like a dirt cheap beer, whatever we were able to get.
Yeah, mine was Heineken.
Heineken. I don't remember my first. I do remember like one of the nights we were like, we're gonna get someone to get us beer. And I don't condone this. I don't condone underage drinking, but I'm just telling you my story. We had people buy us Boone's Farms because they tasted like strawberry daiquiris, and we were very young and didn't know what we were drinking. But when you're a kid and you don't like to taste the yucky beer, you drink Boone's Farms, and that was probably the first night I got drunk was on Boone's Farms. Well,
yeah. I love it.
I can't believe how much engage. I did not expect people to be in this chat doing this late.
Right. I said Austin said something about wrestling in here a minute ago. I think they need to do another Who is the Father match. I will say, if you're into interesting stipulations like that, tonight on Camp Leapfrog.
Who's your daddy match?
Well, there is kind of a Who's Your Daddy match happening. And then there is a blind date match, a blindfold match.
So if you go to IWTV, you go on their web browser and type in IWTV, which is Independent Wrestling TV. Is the offer code still there?
Yeah, if you're a new subscriber, you get 5 days free with the promo code Leapfrog.
So you can get 5 days for free. You can go watch the brand new episode of Leapfrog. You get to see Alex on camera. He helps produce the show. He runs the show. It's a really fun cinematic movie style wrestling program because they're trying to make stuff work and giving guys work and stuff to wrestle and keep them entertained and keep doing stuff.
Mhm.
But if you want to go support this guy, go over to IWTV, or you could search on all social media platforms. Camp Leapfrog, follow him. A lot of really cool things come out of there. They've had if you're an old school fan, 911 made an appearance. If you're a fan of the indie scene, Warhorse made an appearance at Camp Leapfrog.
That's right.
There was another big name. Who was the other? Oh, Effie. Effie will be on this next one.
Oh, Effie will be in the one tonight. Yep.
Yeah.
And then a handful of your Chikaras.
Maybe a guest appearance, not in studio, but maybe a little Lobster will show up.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some love stuff happening.
Yeah.
So if you can think of any characters that are synonymous with love, check it out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not smoke anything. The closest I get is I take CBD every day. Yeah, that's the closest I get to. I work at a job where that's not a good a no go. Personally, with my situations I have going on, I wish I can indulge every now and then. Hopefully, it becomes legal soon, and I can help with my joint pain and stuff. That would be amazing. I'm not against it. I just don't do it.
Not that it's an appropriate story, but who cares? I smoked weed for a little bit, not regularly, just like on
I was like an occasional, like a social smoker, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So one night, my boys, my former boys, sprinkled a little something in the weed, and yeah, I took a pretty hard turn into I can't exist. And not to mention, like, as I'm tripping balls and I think I'm literally in hell. Every time, like, I close my eyes, it feels like hours have passed, but like it's
3 minutes went by.
not even. It's been like a second, and then I look over at this TV, and it's "They Live" with Roddy Piper on. So like, I'm like fucked. Uh, I actually had to I called my grandmother. I'm like, "Yo, you got to come pick me up. How long till you get here?" She's like, "Got 30 minutes." So I set a timer on my phone just because I couldn't function, and I went home, and I had these like little anitizers from Tyson.
Did you tell them that you were tripping balls?
No, I was just like, well, because my friend comes up to me as I close my eyes, and an hour passed. In a second, I open, and he's standing there with tangerines in his hand. He's like, "Would you like a tangerine?" And I'm like, "Are those real?" And I grabbed them and I started eating it. Like, I didn't peel it. I just ate through the peel and all. Like, I just ate through this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then
I had a similar thing where we were smoking, and I would smoke with people who I thought I trusted. They may or may not be family. And and they are like, "Yeah, you should smoke with us." And I said, "Okay." And they're like, "We got really good stuff." And I was like, "Awesome." And I'm just trying to fit in, So I smoked it. And as we're smoking, they're telling me these horror stories of these people who have smoked certain stuff and tripped and tried to scratch their eyes out, or they're clawing their skin off because they thought spiders were crawling on them. And I was like, well, they didn't smoke regular stuff. They smoked like stuff with it laced, right? And they're like, yeah, that's what it was. And they're like, fun fact, that's what you're smoking right now. And they're like, what do you mean? They're like, that's wet, bro. And I go, what do you mean? Is like you could dip it in water? Because at the time I was probably like 15 years old, like 15, 16.
how's it burn if it's wet?
Yeah, and about 14, 15, 16 range, hanging out with my older friends, possibly family, and they slipped PCP in my weed, and I did not have a good time, and I did not touch stuff for a very, very long time after that.
Why do we have so many similar fucking experiences?
Bro, it was terrifying. Now that I'm out of it and I remember everything, it's funny, but that moment when I was on it, I did not think it was entertaining at all. I was very angry. I just remember an adult, maybe family, walking upstairs to like talk to us for a second, and I was like, "There's no way I can handle this situation." So I just laid there and pretended I was sleeping, but in my mind, I was probably like this. Like, because I couldn't keep it keep it together.
And that's why, like, I don't generally like partake in anything anymore because.
And they told me
Yeah.
everything you shouldn't tell someone if you're gonna slip them that. Like, hey, by the way, people have tried to kill themselves on this. And then they're like, and you're on it. Enjoy your ride. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, fucking dicks.
That dynamic, I fucking love it.
Yeah. When I was on it too, everything tunneled. So if we said like hi, it was like hi, 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 hi. But if I went hi and moved my hand, it was like hi, 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 hi. Like, and everything did that. And I was like, I don't like this at all. And then, like, because I was the only thing I ever done at that point was drink, I was like, maybe if I make myself puke, it'll be over, and that doesn't work either.
Does not work.
That's not a thing.
Kind of makes it worse.
So I was kind of like 21 Jump Street, and I was like finger fucking my throat with my like trying to make myself puke. And I can puke, like I can think right now of something and make myself throw up. Like I'm like draws, like, you know what I mean? Like I can puke on command.
He's
Couldn't
got
puke.
puke.
Couldn't puke on PCP for some reason. I was finger banging myself, and I just couldn't get anything to come out. And it wouldn't have helped anyway. Like,
He said, "Hey, by the way, that PCP super fucked up."
yeah, not fun.
God.
I watched a group of people smoke spice,
Oh, that's the worst.
and they fuck. I left. I was like, you're gonna kill each other.
Yeah, that's horrible.
The only way to sober up is to nap. I tried. I couldn't go to sleep. It was one of those situations where I closed my eyes and I thought an hour passed, and I looked at it was like 3 minutes. And I was like, I'm gonna die. Yeah, this is on YouTube forever. Just putting that out there.
We used to do drugs.
Yeah. How about the I'm telling the story in front of my little brother. That's exciting. How about, so we did an interview a while ago. He was on my channel, Interviews Everyday People, and he told a story of an ex-girlfriend who was sitting in the passenger seat, right? She was in the passenger seat, you were driving, or vice versa.
Oh, what? Just keep going with the story, and I'll edit it.
Where she was on the phone with her friend, and she was gone for the weekend.
Oh no, this was in my room.
Okay, tell the story.
She was like so messed up, she didn't realize that like I was just sitting there in my own room, and she was a stripper at the time, and so she went to like Philly to do like whatever, like a one off at a club there with her friend, and she's on the phone like talking about like, oh yeah, we had that threesome, and like, you know, that I was crazy when you were fisting my ass, and I'm like, huh?
Excuse me? You did
Wait,
what?
And so like I'm just like quiet about this, just like picturing like this gaping asshole, and like I'm just like, oh my god,
I'm probably getting community striked on Twitch for this one. I don't even know if this is allowed, but
gaping asshole. No,
yeah,
it's double anal fisting that gets you banned.
yeah,
But yeah, so I'm having this hard time not picturing like this, just like,
yeah.
you know, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to retract, even though it already was.
So the reason we told the story is he tells the story. You can listen to on the podcast, and yeah. We post the interview, and it was one of those things where we just had a normal conversation, and then don't realize the things that were said because we just talked, just like any other podcast. And was it like your third grade teacher?
It was my 7th grade English teacher.
Comments and says, Alex, you know, I'm really proud of everything you've accomplished and grown up to be such a great guy. But that whole anal fisting story was a bit of a turnoff. And that comment was on our page, and I couldn't have been more proud that your 7th grade English teacher reached back out to you and just and definitely wanted to bring up the fact that he definitely absorbed the story, you know?
Definitely took it in.
Oh my! I remember messaging you. That's like, this just happened on my page. Like, this is the fucking. I can die now as a podcaster. Like, there's nothing cooler that's ever going to happen with that. You know what I mean? Like that. I can't imagine one of my 7th grade teachers coming back and being like, Tony, oh my god, great podcast. Didn't know when you were in my grade that weekend you had a crazy PCP experience. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I didn't know, it wasn't my choice.
We have good times.
Yeah. Now I kind of want that to happen. Alcohol is considered safer by law, but I can do anything. Yeah, I agree. I don't think weed should be. I mean, alcohol is way worse for you than smoking marijuana. I mean, unless you're lacing it with stuff. But I don't think it should be illegal. I don't look down on people who smoke. The only time I get really annoyed with people who smoke is when they're like, "Bro, I smoked today." You know what I mean? But I also don't like people who are pretentious beer people either. Like, "Oh, the hops are an 8.2, and this was if you roll the glass like that kind of like this." Like the pretentious beer shit. I just like we will say like, hey, this is 8.2 beer, and we just kind of talk about it. But I think when people overdo anything, it's too much. But like, I have some people who I know who are smokers, and they just like every fucking story has to revolve around like this one time, bro. I fucking lit up this big blunt, and I'm like, cool. Like you could have eliminated a whole other part of the story, and we could have just had a conversation. But now you're annoying me with your I'm cool Cheech and Chong thing, you know? Yeah. But I don't have an issue. I think if you smoke, go for it, you know? Doesn't bother me in the least.
Yeah.
You know,
as long as it's not like all day, every day type shit, like I like, or if you're obnoxious about it, like I can't deal with it.
Or like if you just become a lazy ass, like not every fucking pothead in the world is a lazy piece of shit that has no goals, you know. But a lot of people think when they see someone who smokes weed, they think of someone who's just lazy with no goals, and then you become a pothead and you're a drain to society.
Right.
Joe Rogan does DMT, smokes weed, and eats and microdoses on mushrooms, and he's fucking jacked, and he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Like, not every fucking person who experiments with drugs is a lazy piece of garbage. It just comes down to your personality.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even do drugs. I just drink beer, and I'm a fat piece of shit. So, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe this is going. I think we just let it roll here.
Yeah.
This is great. I truly, truly appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. We met Rick, he was cool. You know, the Great Channel came in and hanging out. Ed Gallagher hanging out with us. Fucking want a $10 gift card. This is a good live stream.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start doing this more often. Come home at 3 a.m. and
this podcast, man. It's been a fun time. Like the goal for me is to have that comment interaction. So I hope that the time slot that we're going to work with for the podcast with Tori, that we are able to interact with people. Not so many trolls, but we'll see what happens.
What's your take on ASMR? Is that like when you?
Is that like sex?
Is that like the sex in your ears with the noises? Is that am I like when you have a sexy microphone and you do like that? Is that what? I don't know. I guess I don't have a take on it because I don't even know what it is. I think I know what it is. These would be really good ASMR mics where you can really, hey everyone, we're here. I'm happy with these mics.
Yeah, I was actually interested. I was researching this earlier. Austin brings up the psilocybin mushrooms. Dude, I'm like wondering, what if like I microdose Jackie? Like, so the psilocybin is supposed to like connect like your brain cells and shit.
Like, there's people who have taken mushrooms and they have had brain scans done on them where after taking the mushrooms, more sectors of the brain were connected than when they weren't connected previously. So they're starting to realize that maybe if taken properly, where you don't get as like a huge hallucinogenic effect to it, where they're trying to find where maybe if you can microdose like a daily tablet, like a CMD, like a CBD tablet or something like that, where maybe microdosing mushrooms can be helpful with brain growth, help with depression, help with things like, you know, suicidal ideology, and possibly even people who suffer from dementia or Alzheimer's.
Dude, I feel weird microdosing my grandmother, but man, wouldn't it be weird if we could like somewhat get some of that brain activity back, you know?
Dude, that's another conversation that I want to have with you one day, like on audio, where we just like kind of talk about that experience, because it fascinates me, because for like we'll kind of dive a little bit, but it's definitely something I want to dive into in another point. But his grandmother suffers from Alzheimer's, and just it's been going on for a while now, and it's a very interesting dynamic. I think I kind of told what I was talking about with you the other day. I just don't. I think it was on Not Cool in High School or maybe the bonus content where I was talking about how like when she talked to me, I seen her as the age that she was
Yeah.
trying to portray. It was
Mhm.
a weird experience, but yeah, it's just got to be really hard to see someone that you your whole life just kind of slip away mentally like that, where like she doesn't remember that you're related and stuff.
Yeah. It's funny, like, Penguin asked me a question, yesterday, I think, that was like, if you were on a deserted island or whatever, and you had to like sacrifice either Jackie or Rhonda, who would you choose? And he was confident.
That's a dark question.
I know it's like a question I didn't want to answer, but I'm like, I could answer it if I really had to, and it's sad. Um, but I'm like, if it was right now, I'd have to say Rhonda. Like, unfortunately,
Rhonda.
it's fucked up, right? But like 15 years ago, it would have been Jackie easily. But through taking
I'm interested to hear why.
taking care of Jackie has like really bonded me and Rhonda. But not just that, Jackie's pretty much checked out. Like she's gone. Like she's here some like very, very small amounts of time, like 5 minutes at a time if we're lucky.
Mhm.
It sounds cold, but like Rhonda's got a life to live. You know what I mean? And Jackie doesn't.
Wait, so you said you would save Rhonda?
I would say Rhonda.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said you would kill Rhonda.
No,
That's why I
I'm,
was like Rhonda. Like that, it kind of caught me
oh
off.
no, oh no, no, no! I wouldn't kill Rhonda. I mean, 10 years ago maybe, but you know,
Yeah.
yeah, there's something I've always wanted to do is I wanted to get Jackie, sit her in front of a camera, and just like ask her to tell stories, just to kind of preserve.
I would help facilitate that if you ever needed to. Like that.
Well, so like I still kind of want to do it, but it's harder now because she's lost.
Yeah.
You know, her stories. While she might like have some stories, but they may not be as accurate as it used to be.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see. You know what would be a cool experiment?
Mhm.
You probably couldn't do it on a podcast level because you would get hit with copyrights. But like, I've been watching a lot of things when people suffer from that, and
Music.
they use music. So you put music on from like her childhood and see what that sparks.
So we did the other day. I started playing some music, and sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes she'll get really sad. Like it could be upbeat music, but it's from like her childhood, and she'll be like, "I used to listen to this with my mom," and then she's remembering her mom. She's crying.
Oh yeah, so it's like a double-edged sword there.
But then the other day we were doing it, and she got up. She's like, "Come on, dance with me, Rhonda." And I'm like, "This bitch has a badass hip," and
Yeah.
she's up there like doing the twist and all this stuff. Like
Does
she's
she remember the words? Like and sings
yeah,
along?
she's singing along, she's dancing, like very youthful. Like I did record it, I think, so I'll have to show you.
Yeah. And you guys do some like skits and stuff with her and hang out and do like pranks. And I know some people oh, you're picking on the elderly, but she does have a sense of humor. Like when you
So
talk to her, she busts your balls and she's funny.
yeah, so well, sometimes like I will field test the pranks on her beforehand. I'm like, what if I did this to you? And if she has a humor about it, I know she's gonna forget in 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, if she has a humor about it, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
But if she's like, no, I would hate that, don't do that, or I'd be embarrassed, like,
Yeah.
no, I won't do that.
Yeah. Gaming headset. I use the Astro A10s. That's what I use. I think that's what they're called. They're like the low budget Astros, but they're really nice. And my favorite movie to watch while high or drunk. I don't like to consume movies high or drunk. Like when I'm drunk, the last thing I want to do is sit and watch a movie.
Yeah, I can't do it. I maybe want to try the whole Dark Side of the Moon, Wizard of Oz deal.
I've done that.
Yeah,
Not high. I've done it sober.
right. Like I would maybe do that. But for the most part, like I need to experience my movies sober. Like
Yeah,
I enjoy
I
movies.
like to take in everything on a movie, so I don't really enjoy them when I'm drunk or high.
Yeah, same. I'd rather just do this drunk or high or sober. So
Yeah, I've podcasted a lot of times drunk.
oh,
It's really hard topic and situation, but I also saw one patient I was working with a while ago when I first got in here, and her family used old movies and TV shows.
mm-hmm.
I think he said shoes though, and she would blankly remember people in memory. Super interesting but heartbreaking topic. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely.
I tried to get her to watch TV today because we were home alone, and I'm like, I need you to just go to your room. So I'm like, what do you want to watch? Bewitched, Green Acres, I Dream of Jeannie, and she's like, no, those are stupid. Oh, I did not tell you. So we're I'm trying to get her to watch something again yesterday, and I'm sitting with her, and Law and Order's on, and I'm like, hey, what's this show you're watching? "Ah, I don't remember the name, and I'm like, she don't remember anything. But then she goes, it's that show about Olivia Benson. I go, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, Olivia Benson.
She remembers Olivia Benson, the character.
And I go, how am I related to you? We're related? Oh, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, she's like, I love Olivia Benson. I'm your grandson. Fuck you. Who are you?
Yeah, like you're not my
That Olivia Benson though, she's a real gal.
Olivia Benson and like anybody from WWE, she knows who they are. And I'm like,
Was she always a wrestling fan? Your mom? Your grandma?
no, she got back. She only got into it in like 2013 when I was getting back into it.
Oh, interesting.
And she loves Roman. That's her thing.
Roman. Oh, I mean, a fucking Heidi. Every time Roman comes on, I have to fucking bring a bucket and a mop. Same with Drew McIntyre.
Or a wet ass Samoan.
Yeah. But I hope you guys aren't petering out on us. You have any other questions you want to ask us? I hope I'm having a. First off, once again, thank you guys so much. This is really, really fun. I'm glad you guys were tuning in and hanging out with us. This is it means a lot. It truly does. When you're making content like this and people take time to listen to it and then interact and do stuff, it makes it definitely makes it worth it. So I truly, truly appreciate you guys. But I'm gonna YouTube real quick the great channel. I want to know if he makes content. He didn't answer us before.
Yeah, but if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them now. Let's get weird, guys.
Yeah.
5 a.m. Let's get weird.
Let's get weird. Fun fact: not easy to find the great channel. Maybe if I just go through the live and his comments will pop up.
Yeah, because he's commenting through YouTube.
I could put user in timeout. That's funny. It's not letting me click on his name, like to look at his channel.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Could be private, like a private account.
Maybe. I don't know. I was interested. If he was a content creator, I was going to give him some love and talk about what he's
I mean, good for him for if there's no content and you stole the name of the great channel, that's phenomenal.
Yeah. It's a great channel name.
Sell that name.
We have these. I won't eat them on camera unless you're into that ASMR thing yet. I'll give you a little eargasm. But
yeah, let's do that.
We talked about these on the show. These are the Brookios Oreos.
Well, can I see what it looks like?
Yeah. So it is. It doesn't look like it does on the package. I'll tell you that right now. But it is a.
Over here, like, yo, let me get one.
This is a brownie, original cookie cream, and cookie dough, artificially flavored, triple layer Oreo cookie.
Yeah, I want to mess with these Lady Gaga Oreos. I thought they were fake.
Oh, so I had one. They're fucking good. And then fun fact, you say that is the next thing we have here is
it's real.
Yeah, and they're not really cookies right there. That's the wrapper.
Oh no, get out of here for real.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I have not tried these. So this is
Try it right
pink colored and golden cookie with green cream. So I think it just tastes like a regular Oreo. It's just they're different colors.
Oh, God, I want like two. I want one to save. I want to eat.
I'm a hard fan. Oh wait, each cookie has something different written on it. So this one has like a cartoon of
"Don't be a drag, be a queen."
Lady Gaga on it.
Oh, okay.
And the other side says Oreo.
Okay, well that makes sense.
And then this one says Chromatica.
Okay, so it's like her albums. So what's funny is I can get excited about this pink and green Lady Gaga Oreo, but I'm like, don't eat that shit from Burger King.
That's gross.
Yeah, y'all are dumb for that. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, pink Oreos are cool.
It tastes like a regular Oreo.
Weird.
Maybe not. Maybe more vanilla than it does chocolate. Those broke those. If you can get the Brookio ones, those things are fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'll have to
All
put
right.
it on the list.
How are you feeling on the games coming to the newer Xbox, upgraded for the Series X and the S? Also, what game do you think had the most justice with the upgrade? Um, I I would say Assassin's Creed, but then after replaying it, I was like, maybe not, because it was. I don't think it was. I'm an Xbox guy. I'm eventually going to buy a PS5, but I'm Xbox. Um, honestly, I think the craziest upgrade I've seen has been so far Fortnite. Um, and I know you can make fun of me for being a Fortnite player. I don't care. I like Fortnite. I enjoy it. But playing Fortnite on the newer systems with the graphic enhancements and the ray tracing and everything, it's a clear difference. Like the grass looks cooler when you're coming in. The clouds, like you can't see some of the map because the cloud coverage is there that you didn't see before. It looks like the fire looks cool. The frame rates are nice. It plays really clean. I, regardless of what you think, I think Fortnite has changed the world of gaming for the better. I think it's cool you're getting all these licenses. You don't have to pay a dime to play the game, and you can still have a great experience. I think it's a clean shooter. I think it plays really nice. It's not really glitchy or buggy. Um, I think I've been really impressed with the upgrade there. There's a few games I have on my list that I'm going to work on, but you know me, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. The newest one, the story just fell flat for me. It was a tough. It wasn't an easy play later on. Like I played it because I like the motions you go through when you play Assassin's Creed, but the my gamer tag is actually the same as the network. If you just search IWEP network on the Xbox, that's my gamer tag. Um, I have the medium downloaded. I haven't played it yet, and that what's that one where you're it's like an HP Lovecraft game where you're a woman who is looking for her husband on a deserted island, like the Call of the Ocean or Call of the
Oh, Cthulhu.
No, it's kind of that, but it's a newer
Hmm.
Call of Wild. Call of Xbox Game Pass. Don't know. I know it's Call of something. Call of the Sea.
Hmm. You know what cool games I've been playing? Damn it, what are the names? Oh, I don't remember. Forget it. No, Man of Medan. Have you heard of that? I think they're called the Little Pictures. Or
Okay.
no, Little Hope. There's Man of Medan that came out last year, and then there's Little Hope this year. It's kind of like the same mechanism as Detroit Becoming Human. It's like you get to make decisions that progress the story, but these are very horror based.
Okay.
So like the Man of Medan is like you find yourself on a ghost ship, and that's pretty crazy. That's cool.
I know you're not gonna be able to hear this, but I know they will be able to hear it. And I don't know if I don't want to get like
They
I don't
can.
know how.
That's cool.
Yeah, they can hear it on their end, I believe. But I'll turn it down so we can.
And what this is for Xbox?
Yeah, this is called Call of the Sea. How cool is this that we can do this with this program?
Oh, I love it. I
Look
love
how
it.
crazy that looks.
It's over here.
No audio. Good. Good. Maybe the audio isn't. I have it turned down really low, and I'm talking over it so I don't get in trouble. But I'm. But you're on this island looking for your husband.
It's weird.
Yeah. And they don't really say it's like an HP Lovecraft thing, but I think towards the end they'll give you a hint of that there's monsters on this island as well.
Oh, right there. Oh, yeah, that's Cthulhuian. Yeah, oh, very much so. Oh, that's cool. Damn it.
And that's free on Game Pass right now. Pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Very much what I'm into.
I'll show you this real quick too while I have
Oh
you.
yes, I want to see that. And it's messed up. I've never watched a Harry Potter movie past Azkaban.
I watched two.
Wait, you haven't seen them all? Didn't you do a whole
No,
podcast on them?
we watched a few of them. I didn't watch them all. This game looks insane. Wait do you see this thing? This is why I hope fucking Xbox snatches up WB games for games like this. This is impressive.
Cool.
It's a cool. I was hating on Harry Potter for a while, and then I started watching it, and it's a cool franchise.
I think my bugaboo with Harry Potter was I was a kid when it was coming out, so the first movie was very kid friendly. The second one was too, and then it progressively got more and more dark. Like I understand that's a story arc, but like it just wasn't fun for me anymore. So I checked out.
It's like a franchise that like got old with you. I think same with like I feel like DC got old with me. Like it aged with me.
Yeah, Marvel did not do that, but it's fun to have that to go back to and be like, oh well, this is just fun. I like fun.
That's crazy that you guys can't hear that audio. That's interesting. That's interesting to me. Yeah. So Ed, if you add IWEP Network on Xbox, that's my gamer tag. That looks crazy. So you learn how to do spells. You go and tame mythical creatures. And then there's the open world aspect.
Oh, these
where
are
you go do missions.
All right. I wasn't vibing with the Hogwarts part, but this world is sick.
Dude, it's like Harry Potter Skyrim.
Yeah. I might have to play this. This is on all consoles or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess with this. Definitely gonna mess with this. Who is that?
I don't know. I guess that's like the armor you can get because you could be good or bad.
Ooh, I like that mechanism.
I just hope it's online. Like, hope you can play with people.
Look at that, man. And are we boycotting this because of J.K. Rowling or no?
No.
All right, cool.
It looks dope. Even if you're not into the Harry Potter universe, if you're just like, I like playing Skyrim, like this looks fun.
Yeah, that looks good. Is it? It's not online, is it, or is it both?
They haven't said anything like that yet.
That's cool. If you have, if you want to check out that Man of Medan or whatever, that's cool.
I'll show you the trailer for this. I know you can't. It's not really.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for this. It's pretty good.
You seen this one? What's the other one? Madame Madame.
Man of an Medan. Yeah. So the Dark Pictures Anthology. That's what it's called. So there's this Man of Medan, and then there's this other one called Little Hope, where you like are in a bus crash, and then you get stuck in this town where all this crazy shit's happening.
Well, you already have me with the developers of Until Dawn because I really like Until Dawn.
Plays exactly the same way. I've played Man of Medan probably 8 different times because you have so many different outcomes. You know, like the first time, I thought I had everybody survived, and then right at the end, I fucking killed everybody.
Were you a fan of Heavy Rain?
I was. That's the first game that got me into this style.
And did you play Becoming Human? Detroit Become Human?
I love that game, dude. That was such a. Did you play that?
I own it. I have not played it yet. No, yeah. I haven't finished Until Dawn either. I have it, but I haven't finished it.
Man, yeah.
So this is that style of game, but you're lost at sea.
Right, but this one's a lot faster than those. These are like, you could probably beat this game in 3 to 4 hours if you really wanted to. The first time is going to take longer, but once you get the hang of it, and then you want to go back and play, and you know what decisions you want to change, it'll be
holy fuck, dude! Dude, I would fucking shit myself. I was stuck on a fucking island.
Dude, right? Yeah, this is nuts.
Wait, that's like do it online with a friend?
Yeah, so I haven't done the co-op feature yet. That I definitely want to try.
Wait, is this out right now?
Yeah, both of them are. This one came out like a year ago. I would totally play this shit.
What? Is this only on PlayStation?
I don't think it's only on PlayStation, but that's where I have it.
Actually, is this on Game Pass? I feel like I might have seen this on Game Pass.
Their theme song's really cool going into the game.
Yeah, this is on Game Pass right now. So if you're on Xbox, the trailer we just watched, this is on Game Pass right now for free.
That's awesome.
I think you just sold me on the game right there.
Yeah. And the sequel to that, or it's not a sequel, it's totally Little Hope right there. It's a completely different
It
story.
looks like the kid from Stranger Things. I mean, Shameless.
But,
Or no, We Are the Millers.
yeah, kind of does.
What's it
He kind of reminds me of like the Giles type character.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he's kind of like your DJ throughout the whole thing.
Have you ever played oh shit, what the fuck was that game now? It was kind of like this, but it was like you were a girl and there was like a serial killer after you. I think it was an Xbox.
Um, I think I know what you're talking about, but I didn't.
When you're a girl at like a college, but the college was actually called the Blackwell Academy.
Ah, nice.
The fuck was that game called? There was 2 parts to it.
You know, there was a on the Nintendo Wii, there was a version of a Silent Hill game that every decision you made in the game, like every major decision or even minor decision.
Life is Strange.
Yes,
Game.
I have that. I have that. Well, I guess I had that on PlayStation 3. So this Silent Hill game would analyze you based off the decisions you made in the game.
Yeah.
And crazy enough, like at the end of the game, after the credits, they just read you and were like, "Hey, this is how we psychoanalyze you based off your decisions." And it was like 100% like, "Yeah, that's me."
What game was that?
Silent Hill is for the Wii. It takes place during wintertime, and you're like a prisoner. Again, another bus crash mechanism.
Yeah. I am playing on the Series X. I got the brand new Series X. I love it. It's a game changer. It's like when you get a brand new phone and your old phone was running really slow and you get the new one and it loads everything faster and it's everyone's like, "Oh, just wait. It's not that big of a deal." If you play your Xbox a lot or your PlayStation, it's worth it just for the load times alone. For me, I like to play like, "Oh, I have like an hour and a half before I go to work. Maybe I'll play Xbox." And then back in the day, if you want to get a quick hour of gameplay in before you go to work, 30 minutes of or 20, 25, 15 minutes of your gameplay was waiting for loading screens. And God forbid you get a fast travel or you get stuck at a loading screen. You don't get your full hour of gameplay before work. Now with these new systems, you are getting a full hour of gameplay before you go to work because it just loads so much quicker. The load times are there. Like it's a game changer. It's amazing. Yeah, Austin went out and got the S and tried to justify it, and I was like, "You're a fucking goober. You should have
So
waited."
I have not kept up with any of this. So basically, all these different series, it's like the same Xbox generate but it's like just little upgrades or
So the S is gonna play
so.
60 frames per second 4K, but the ray tracing will be turned to like medium or high depending on the game. But they're guaranteeing that you will get 60 frames per second with maybe 4K or 1080 or like a high 1080p with the S. And then but it's a really cheap entry level version of the system. There's no disk drive, it's all digital only. And then the Xbox Series X is like another $200 more expensive. And that game is going to give you 4K ray tracing, really high powered console. It's like the pro elite version of the system.
But so what's the PS5 equivalent? Like,
PS5 is the equivalent of the brand new Xbox. The Xbox is a little like spec wise, it's a stronger system, but PlayStation is saying that it has the faster loading screens and loading time. When the systems first came out, PlayStation was getting better specs and reviews on games But then we come to realize that the Xbox didn't give developers the games or their system early enough. So a lot of developers were making their games for the PlayStation. So games like Assassin's Creed and all these things were playing better day one on the PlayStation. But now the developers have their hands on the Xbox and they're working with it more. You're starting to see games really look and take advantage of the Xbox of what it's doing. The best example of that was the new Hitman. The new Hitman is playing a lot better on the Xbox and the PlayStation. And there's another game, I believe, that's playing a lot better on one system over the other. But fun fact, the new game Control that just came out, I think they have more of an alliance with PlayStation. So they made the game for the PS5, but they're not using the utilization that they could be using to make it run better on the Xbox. They're pretty much saying like, we made it for this system and we'll port it to yours, but we're not going to take the time to enhance it to make it better. So pretty much that game is being held back because of the PlayStation, which is interesting because for the longest time, PlayStation was being held back by the Xbox.
Just gave that out for free this month.
So they're giving away Control for free, but then they're also doing a next gen upgrade, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah, what is that game all about? Because like I haven't played it, but I heard.
I believe you can control things with like psychokinetic abilities or with mind control.
I'm into it.
I have it. I have it on my list to work on, but I don't have it installed. I will say this: another thing, people are complaining about the hard drive space is not there, but I will say I have my online games that I download that demand a lot of space. And then I have one or two games off to the side that are downloaded. And I like that more because when I had a hard drive with 5 terabytes, I would download like 15, 20 games. And then I would just stare at all the games like, which one do I want to play? Where now, if I have to pick and choose what I have to have installed, it makes me play through my solo games more because I want to get them done, get them off my system and get the next one ready to go.
Mm.
Yeah. But another cool fact, PlayStation is actually releasing from PlayStation Studios MLB The Show on Xbox this generation.
Oh, wow.
So it's a PlayStation Studio games that will be on the Xbox. Now, my personal take, that didn't just happen. PlayStation was like, we're just going to give you the show. I think they made a deal. I don't know exactly what the game's going to be. I'm sure we'll find out in the near future. But I think pretty much Xbox is making deals with PlayStation like, hey, stop being a dickhead and buying games that we can't play on our system for 6 months because you paid to keep them off our system instead of making them exclusive. We have Bethesda now, and I know you want to play a lot of Bethesda games on your system. We have the brand new Starfield. We have all these big games, and we are willing to make them exclusive to Xbox. But if you work out some deals, maybe you guys give us some games, we give you some games. And I think maybe this show is the first, for me anyway, I think it's the first breaking of bread between the two companies.
Interesting.
And Xbox has been sending some games over to Nintendo Switch as well. Like Ori has been going over on the Switch. That's an Xbox exclusive that they gave to Switch. They allowed Nintendo to use Banjo-Kazooie, which is an Xbox owned title now.
Oh.
They own Rare. Yeah. So it's interesting to see how it plays out.
What's one older title, could be from any real generation, that you would like to see done again today?
I can give you 4 right off the bat, right top of my head.
Okay.
And I will give more love to PlayStation here because they're old PlayStation guys. So number 1, I want Jak and Daxter. Fuck Ratchet and Clank. Fuck all that stuff. I don't care about Spyro. I don't care about Crash Bandicoot. Give me Jak and Daxter back. I want Jak and Daxter. I want Champions of Norath. They were really fun dungeon looter games. I love them a lot. The closest that I ever played that's similar to that is a game right now out called Torchlight. That series is really fun, but Champions was really good. I want Def Jam Vendetta back.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes. I want, even though the game fucking terrified me, Clock Tower. Clock Tower fucked me up as a kid. And then there was a PlayStation game I was obsessed with back in the day that I would love to have back, and that's Dark Cloud. Okay. You can get Dark Cloud right now on the PlayStation Marketplace and play it. The premise of this game is this giant darkness takes over the world. It erases the world that you live in. Then you go in these dungeons and fight your way through these dungeons and then collect pieces of your town to rebuild the town. So as you rebuild the town, you put the house in, and then the guy will be like, "Zombies Ate Your Neighbors" is popular. Yeah, it's a good one. But Dark Cloud, you have to be careful because you could break your weapons, so you have to keep buying like repair your weapons and stuff, which is probably not my favorite mechanic, but it was really good. Banjo-Kazooie is definitely on my list. I would love to have Banjo-Kazooie back. Harvest Moon just came out with a new game on the Switch. You should look into it.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was fun.
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day. You could play that remastered on the Rare Replay. Yeah, and then so you build your town, but when you build your townsfolk will be like, "Hey, I'm really happy you put my house, but I'd like to live like I used to live, and my house was really cool because it was on the east side of the thing, and I can see the sunrise." So like they're giving you clues to how to not only build the town but put it back the way it was, and then you can get 100% completion every time you go to the next section of the game to build a new town. It was a really cool game, Dark Cloud.
Oh shit. So for me, there's just one that's coming to mind. There's probably a shit ton, to be honest. You ever play Gex?
Oh yeah, Gex was like a James Bond, like a gecko.
Like he played every like world that you would go into was like a different movie. So he'd be like James Bond, it'd be like maybe a Looney Tunes world.
Yeah.
Um, I thought that was fantastic. Just spoofing on a bunch of movies with a smart ass gecko.
We are getting Dark Moon also had super cool main characters with the 4. I don't know what you mean the 4. There was only 2 Dark Moons that were made. Or Dark Cloud. There was only 2 Dark Clouds made, part 1 and 2. Those games were out before you were even thought of. I mean, no, you were around, but you weren't a gamer at that point, Austin, when that game came out. That was a PS2 game. And we didn't let you play PS2 because you were a kid, and we kept you with the console that you can just slide in. Austin's first disc-based system was the Xbox 360. Fun fact.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. No, the 4 characters you had in Dark. Oh, you're talking about Harvest Moon, Dark Moon. I don't know what you're. Anyway, what was I saying? Supposedly a new studio is taking over the GoldenEye. I mean the 007 franchise.
Really?
Oh, that's right. He did have a GameCube first. You're right. You had a GameCube. You and Mom split the GameCube. Do you remember that? Yeah, but the 007 the 007 game that's coming out doesn't have any of the movie James Bonds in it. They're making their own James Bond because they're not. It's not an officially licensed game, and it's a small studio that doesn't have a huge budget. So they're instead of putting the money into getting like Daniel Craig to be in it, they're just going to put the money into making a really good shooter 007.
I like it. Dude, so how about this new 007 movie that got pushed back? Well,
Yeah,
are you the one that tells me you never watched 007? No, that's Johnny Moran. He doesn't watch any of the James Bonds like a jackass.
I have the whole collection. I haven't seen here. No, I haven't seen any of the Daniel Craig. I have to still watch that.
You have to. Oh, man, Skyfall's so good, and then Spectre's pretty good too.
So the new game is called Project 007, and it's made by IO Interactive. IO Interactive makes games like the Hitman series.
Ooh. Series.
They made Kane and Lynch, Hitman. Pretty much that was it. They make the Hitman series. So the people who are making the Hitman series is making a 007 game, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it says so.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, thank you so much. Make sure, please, send me a private message on Facebook, and so I can get with you sometime Monday, or even if you're not home on Monday, I can go and put it in your mailbox. Mount Carmel's not a bad drive for me, and make sure you get your gift card. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, talking. If you can, just share one of the pages, or if you see us, like, let people know we exist, man. Just trying to grow out here, trying to hustle. I appreciate you coming and hanging out and showing us some support, man. I really appreciate it. I think I'm getting close to wrapping it up here too. We're at 2 hours and 45 minutes on a live stream. This is fun. You actually may see more of this. This might be a thing. I don't know if I'll name them all Not Cool in High School episodes, but maybe we'll just do them like as IWEP network things, or maybe we'll just make a whole show out of it and call Late Night Talks with Tony and the Kilowatt or something. Maybe we'll just make a podcast out of this where
After dark, baby.
Yeah, it's like an after dark show because I get off work at 3 a.m. and I would just come and bullshit with you for an hour or two after I get it because you're already up anyway.
Truth.
This might be the beginning of a show here.
I'm into it. I don't care. That's all good with me.
Yeah, maybe we just birth something here. Yeah, we'll have an ASMR section where we get real close to the mic and get sexy.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's doing things for me.
I'll tell you what. This had a lot of interaction this late at night, so maybe we have an audience. Maybe we have an after dark talk audience here. Are you reading?
Yeah.
Are you reading the chat?
Yeah, I mean, Austin said also for Alex, if you unlike RPG games and want one of your Switch, I highly recommend Octopath Traveler.
Oh, that's way up there. I didn't even see that one.
Yeah,
Octopath Traveler. Yeah,
check that out.
Maybe I didn't see that because I was messing around other screens there. But let's wrap this up. Let's get out of here. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for everyone who hung out. Make sure you hit that share button. If you want to support the podcast and get cool things like this, you can go to our merch page right now on TeePublic. I'm probably going to upload this one today. This one's not up right now, but it will be up very, very soon. TeePublic, you can only do so much in a 24-hour period. I hit my limit yesterday. I'm going to upload the rest today. So the rest of the Not Cool in High School and Truth Behind Illusion logos will be up. Everything is 35% off. Buy it. Buy a t-shirt. Support us. Help us out. We have a Patreon. You can do a $1 shout out, or you can do a $5 thing where you get extra episodes where we do extra content. So we really appreciate the love, guys. We'll see you next time. Do not close out of this. We'll talk a little bit after the cameras are off or after this recording's done. But we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, good morning.
Not Cool in High School podcast. If you stuck around and watched the video, you got extra content. If you listen to the audio, you got cut off at an hour and 45 minutes. So we gave you an extra hour of show that you didn't get to see anywhere else. But here's some Phased out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. See you next time.
Confined is where I'm safe. I'm gone without a trace. Nothing goes as planned. It's just a part of every fucking thing I have. I never seem to let you